Welcome to the bigger play where the rubber meets the road and we get straight to it. So last night we had a conversation about who's more delusional, men or women. And basically the conversation was so long, we have to get straight to it. And their expectations and their desires and just, the thing that they want from the opposite person or their significant other. Very deep, lot of perspectives. Let's talk about it. Part 1, part 2, part 3, back to back to back to back. Bigger play.
How you feel about a man being gay and being a pastor?
We gotta be careful with their words, that.
And being of the other side and being a pastor.
I'm totally against it.
Why?
Because this is the word of the Lord. I mean,
we gonna leave that alone.
Yeah, we can.
We don't
want him to get dropped.
Yeah, we have to get a private room for that.
Oh, we can. Okay.
Somebody for sure gonna cook.
When I go there because I was triggered because I was a member of New Birth Missionary Baptist Church.
Wow.
They're gonna cook us and they're gonna cook us.
Triggered.
Yeah.
No, I said I was triggered because
G-A-Y.
No, we're not. So the host said to leave it. We got to make sure we're listening.
Somebody
to
in the
his,
comments don't get offended. They
Not a
gonna
problem. Y'all go out there on she might be She Go Turbo on TikTok. She been when I tell you, big brother, I told my daughter about you, and she went out there one time, and her stuff is going viral. But y'all got to go out there. She's can I say Rainbow?
Yeah, you good.
Okay, so she's Rainbow, and I love it. And I told her I will stop. I will shut the entire. Her dad and I said we will shut the entire church down to make sure we're attending to her because she belongs to us. And we preach. We preach the difference. We preach the word.
I do want to take a moment to tell everyone to tap the screen.
Thank you.
This helps the host. This keeps him in the algorithm. So
we probably be at 500,000 right now.
Yeah.
We be cooking all over the
take a moment. I want to take a moment to say that I love this beauty that is displayed on my screen at the top with the host and the co-host. Okay, I just wanted to give.
I really do.
You guys are beautiful.
Thank you.
And a big brother.
Yeah, y'all. I really
she
like.
She ought to be stern too. She ought to be stern too. But I say, Melanin, I love you, girl. Don't be coming at me. I'm your AT for real.
I love you,
Miss Angie. You my auntie now. Okay. You
already know I am totally. And look, y'all, if you guys ever show up out here, and let me tell you, don't you show up at Southwest. If you show up at AA, you know who that is, right? We know why you fly.
Oh Lord Jesus!
Yes.
Okay. But, baby, listen, I'm gonna have to connect with you to get some flight benefits. But no, I appreciate your perspective, and I appreciate the conversation. Again, shout out to the host, shout out to the co-host, and thank you for having me on the panel.
We'll be back every day. We locked in.
Love for you, Pastor Angela.
Same for you. Don't get it twisted.
Smelly, you still there, boy? Man, I'm here, man. I love this show, boy. You know I'm here. All right. You kind of quiet there. Man, I love listening, bro. I swear, bro. I be learning from y'all people, man. I appreciate y'all. Real talk.
Yo, Urban, you from New York?
Of course, the city, boy.
I could tell, man.
It ain't America. New York City.
Wait a minute. Let me test the New York skills.
No, sweetie, there's nothing to test, baby. I'm old school. I'm playing kung fu shoes, man.
We valid New York.
I'm being playful.
Wait a minute. Host is talking.
No, I ain't saying nothing. Somebody.
What you want to ask me?
Put some people up in a minute.
We valid New York.
I was saying no, because I lived in New York before I lived in Atlanta.
Where'd you live in New York?
My parents, I just came from, I'll be in Atlanta. I just came from Atlanta last weekend. I had to go through there because I was on Delta. I go through there to get to Jackson, Mississippi, but I'll be in Atlanta at Fayetteville, rather. I'll be in
You gonna
Georgia.
cut that
My
man
mom
straight
lives in
off.
Decatur.
Word. You know what I mean? Bino,
My mom lives in
where
Decatur,
you lived
Bino.
at in New York?
We got some people down there, y'all. I'm gonna move some people around and
You
just
can
bring
move
some
me
people up.
down because I'm
There's a
working,
lot of
man.
people.
Drop me.
Nah, you good. I got you. Hold on.
Bino.
Young lady, I don't know what hold on. Bring a few people up. If I move y'all around, y'all stay. I just bring y'all back.
About
For
15
sure.
minutes from the airport.
Okay. Well, okay. So there are two different questions being asked to me. So,
Yeah.
let me. So, just the short answer for
So a question or
my
answer, which one?
auntie. Okay, so I'm gonna answer auntie real quick. Like, yes, I'm in
I
Atlanta.
don't know how you. I don't even
20
know how
minutes
what
out
happened.
from.
She said she made a mistake and turned the
But
comments. So
no.
you know how to get them back on. Go ahead,
Uh.
sister. You can talk. I don't know what happened. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
the comments are off.
I feel we fix it.
It's on
To
my page. I got it.
Urban, okay, so to Urban, I was in East New
Ooh, the
York.
3 train.
I
I
heard right there.
Hold on, y'all. We trying to
Linden
figure it
That's the
out.
E
We
Boulevard.
fix
train,
it.
the L train.
It's
Get
my
off at the
hood.
junction. You know what I'm saying? Or you could take the A train.
How could you survive in the East though? Who
The
you was married to over there?
213, like in the
Yeah,
A.
you could catch that in
So
I was
Atlantic,
a
man.
kid, y'all. I was a
Oh,
kid.
that long ago? They don't
so
count. They don't count.
Nah, I really don't. So,
Listen,
what was your question?
well, listen, I went
back.
back to New York.
The comments are
I
back,
went back to
host.
New York
All right.
on my
All right.
summer breaks during school.
So go ahead. I'm listening.
What's
Listen up.
But no, to you,
oh,
just to answer, to clarify.
I was talking.
No, I'm sorry, Lake.
No, I
My
was
bad.
talking to. I was trying to get back up in here to talk to Miss Angela and what everybody was saying. Host, ain't no wrong with an aggressive woman. I had no problem
That's a fact, and
how she
that's
was
I
talking and
appreciate
everything like that.
that. We
How,
just
how she
we
was
come.
talking because some of us men need women like that, want women like that. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, I need a woman like that that can talk that talk. Because I can still put her in her place in a healthy way, but at the same time, I still need that from her. Because I ain't got no problem picking her up and putting her up against a wall, but at the same time, I
Mm,
ain't got no problem listening to her
mm.
direct so we can do what we need to do. I need
Bring it,
that.
bro.
I
You
want
better
that.
bring it.
I
Okay.
want that.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay,
I
Go ahead.
think that's sexy.
So at the end of the
okay.
day,
I was just gonna say
at the
that.
end of the day, I have no problem.
No.
I have
I
no
like
problem.
spicy, but not aggressive.
No. I have no problem with it either.
You got an uncle I can okay.
All I'm saying is, I was trying to get back in here because our women need a voice, and I know sometimes with the way when she first was talking, it was like strong, but I was over here in the comments like, you need a woman like that. Also, that's all we know. That's all we was raised on. Your grandmamas, your aunties, and everything
Nah,
were
man.
aggressive just like that, and they
Not your
still had
boy.
husbands and everything.
That's your boy.
I'm just saying that might be you, bro, and
Nah,
And
bro.
that's what I'm
I don't think
saying.
so,
You like what
man.
you
I
like,
think
man.
But
I
okay,
think
y'all,
not that.
hold on, y'all, real quick, because I see things from all different perspectives, and I get where Lake is coming from. I get where everybody is coming from, right? At the end of the day, like I said earlier, the when women have to display this like strong demeanor, it is because they have to, not because they want to. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like when a woman like displays that type of character, it's because that's why it's like they do it out of survival.
Yeah, but why you gotta
But
do that shit with
ultimately,
me?
But if you
okay,
man
but you
enough, if
gotta
you
find the man.
hold
You
up, but
gotta find the man that allows you to
when
be
your man's man come into play,
soft.
all that stuff that she doing will stop. When your man come out and you really showing her direction and provision, all that she doing, she might do it to everybody else, but she will not do it to you.
Listen, bro.
Like that's what I'm
That
saying.
sounds
Like
good
that's what
for the
I'm
most part.
saying.
Hold on. That sounds good for the most part, but a lot of
yeah,
times that lets a lot of women let that shit override them, and they
yeah,
subconsciously
man.
let that shit. They subconsciously do it and don't even know that they do it. You dig what I'm saying? Because sometimes it's almost
To
like
just the women you're attracted to.
hold on. It's no,
You gotta
sweetie,
learn
it's like PTSD. If I say something that let's say a woman doesn't agree with, then boom, she's in defense mode. You feel what I'm saying? And like, I could talk what I'm saying? There's a lot of people, I tell them, yo, let's relax, calm down, take a breather. Let's sit down and talk. We can conversate. You know what I mean? Then they got something to prove. I could dig where you coming from. Now, I mean, I ain't got nothing, you know what I'm saying, against, you know what I'm saying, Angie, right? But at the same time, it's like, I'm not in competition with you, love. Like, you know what I'm saying? And this is just generally speaking. I'm not in competition.
But what he
let me
mean though?
throw this
We
in. Can
need
I throw this
aggressive
in real
women
quick,
though.
Stack? Can I throw this in real quick? And I'm gonna mic up.
Yeah.
But why is it that the same? Okay, why is it that how this is coming from you, Stack, and Urban is totally different from the way it's coming from Lake and Big Brother? Watch
Because
this.
that's what he's used to.
Hold on for a second.
Plus,
Let
you
me
got a
finish. I'm
different
not done.
perspective.
I'm not done.
That's what he's used to.
I said, okay, because can I tell you something? This is how I view everything. Normally, for me, people talk the way they were raised. People talk because of the atmospheres and where they've sat and things of this nature and where they've been. And when you've only been around certain types of situations, generally that's how you talk. I normally say this about people about their faith. You're not gonna stretch your faith if you ain't learned past your faith. It's not gonna happen. What I'm saying now is, why is this thing so different with the way Big Brother just explained it? And I'm gonna tell y'all something. He all but said what y'all said, but he just said what he said, which is, sister, if you don't believe anything, stay right where you are because you're needed just the way you are. Whereas you in Urban Stacks, you know, you told me I remind you of your mom. I'm fine with that. Urban got his deal.
Nah, you could be strong black woman without being like aggressive like that. That's all
And
we
all I'm saying is this: I'm not aggressive, but that's your interpretation. So I'm a land. That's your interpretation.
But ma'am, if that's
Hey,
our
Pastor,
interpretation, then we
hold
dealing
on,
with
hold
how
on.
it's
We got
delivered.
we
You
got
have to be
to
your
Hold on.
girlfriend, or you
Hold
got
on,
your
hold
It's
on.
not
girlfriend.
about
we got
that.
to take it off. We got to take it off the pastor. And
And
you
I had
know,
a
It's not
question for the
about the
pastor.
pastor. It's
see
not
the
about her.
pastor.
It's a representation of like
But they
what she was
keep, but
sounding
you
like.
guys
That's
keep.
all. We're not ganging up on her.
No,
I
I know.
got a question for
I'm
the
not saying
pastor.
that. I'm not saying you're ganging up on it. The conversation is, you know, it got compartmentalized. You know, sometimes you have to make it. You have to make it make sense. Hold on. Let me see.
I got a question for the pastor.
I'm
You still on, Pastor?
Yeah, she there. She ain't going nowhere.
Oh, yeah. I was just gonna ask you, where's your church located at? Uh,
Church in Oak Park. Are you
in
in
Oak Park.
Chicago, Eric?
Yeah, I'm in
I'm
Chicago now.
5 minutes
Okay,
away from Oak Park, Pastor.
wait. You keep telling me that, Big Brother. Where are you at?
I'm out west.
Shut up. You know what, now that I look at your face, I think I know. Do you know Alonzo Johnson and Moen?
I stomped down in the town.
Do you know Alonzo Johnson and Hanif and
Where they from? How old they is?
the west side of Chicago?
Yeah, they from out here. I know. I know how neat.
The Willie Lloyds. Okay, anyway. Eric,
All right, Pastor, be cool, Pastor.
my church was on
100 for that.
my church was on.
You
My
just
church,
say them names on this line.
we do
She
virtual
ain't
Bible.
dropping.
Cutting up.
Eric, we do virtual Bible class every Wednesday. So
Oh.
Wednesdays
Pastor, hold on, Pastor. You just said a name. What you know about Willie?
Willie Lloyd.
Yeah.
I'm from the west side of doggone Chicago. What you know about Willie Cage? Because you kind of look like Willie Cage.
I said, you wild.
You remember? See, you know who that is, right? Okay. All right.
We'll leave that alone, Pastor.
I'm very close to that family. Go ahead, Eric.
Yeah, no, I was just trying to ask you that because if you're in Chicago, you know, I'll
Hey, you
stop by
Pastor,
church.
you know Willie like Larry. You know that?
See what I'm saying?
All right, Pastor. I'm just Pastor. Go ahead, E.
Yeah, I was just trying to, you know what I'm saying, because I never heard you promote it. That's what I was asking.
You want to crack? Let me tell you.
No, I ain't cracking. I was
But
just
you're
saying
not. It's okay. A lot of people don't hear me do it because my pastor is out here, Terrence Hazard, and I promote my church on my Facebook page.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So next.
So we're gonna let
you
Ola
boys up there in New York, y'all know about McGriff now. That's what we talking about out here.
McGriff.
All right.
So we're
You
gonna
said
let
McGriff.
Ola
Yeah, you know what I'm talking
talk.
about, Stack. I'm sorry. Go ahead, sister.
No, I was just gonna say we're gonna let Ola talk, and then we're gonna let Coco talk. I
Okay.
know they call me Pick Me just came in, but I think she spoke to the topic already. I love the afro,
Come on.
FYI.
Hey,
But
sister,
go
we like
ahead,
the
Ola.
glamour. We like that.
Camped up too.
Go ahead,
Angie
Camped
Ola.
up.
Stone. Angie Stone in the building. R.I.P.
Sister, you look beautiful.
Thank you. Oh, or Afro, both of us.
I
Thank
love the
you.
lipstick.
Yeah. And Coco too. She look pretty. Oh.
So we're talking about today, Ola, who's more delusional, men or women?
Well,
Ah.
Ola might have came in. She probably missed all that because I took the title. I ain't take it down, but they
Please, I
probably
just wanna talk to the pastor. So
come on.
first of all, Pastor, I really appreciate you because if you look at this is what I'm looking for. I'm telling you, when I see this, a step. They said the step of 1,000 miles starts with the journey of 1,000 miles starts with a step. Yeah. You see, one thing about her, you might not agree, even though most of the time I really go hard when it comes to women. I really go hard because I have like a zero tolerance for nonsense. I don't pamper it, I don't condone it. Like there's nothing anybody can tell me to change my opinion because I believe as a lady, you're supposed to you cannot lead, you know. I'm just saying, I'm not talking to the pastor now, that because that's my belief. We cannot. If you see, because most of the time when people talk and said, oh, women are getting lesser paid than the men, do you think the company want to pay people more money? If they think that the women are equal to men, why don't they just employ all the women and take the men out of it? But no, they know what a man can do, a woman cannot. So they are not stupid, they know. So, but one thing about her is this. I first of all, she's an adult, a grown woman, and one thing is she has this thing of when she says something, if though the tone in which she talk, and you see, one thing is it is a different. Most of the time, when people try to, compare Africa culture because of people that they see to compare it to here, I think it's not that good. We were raised differently. So back home, we cannot yell. You cannot even scream to your elder brother. Even if your elder brother has just 1 year different, you cannot call him by his name. So he started is the foundation. But here, you guys, there's a lot of things you guys are cool growing up knowing. So it's not something you can just take out of it. So you see, and then we have to always consider the what the BOK community has been through, and there's no way it's a gradual thing. Some people are actually get out of it. Some people are still in it, and some people are moving when they notice people are complaining. If you see her, she is not fighting. When she says, I'm sorry, she's quiet, she don't want to. Have you not seen some people, they will insult the men, tell them, shut up, say this, say that. But no, she's, it's just a gradual. She's somebody that when you talk to, she understand, But the tone is just the upbringing and the way people grow up. So I think that is what is just, we just have to give, people that are ready to kind of change or, tone down the tone. We need to just give them, we cannot go harsh with them. We just have to give them room. And then, talk to them and say, oh, the tone is really harsh. And she's not even arguing it. So please, let's just, I love you. Seriously, I really like, people like this, we can have a conversation without insulting, in just a dialogue. That is human being. And that is a real person, not people that want to blow off the roof because of ordinary conversation. So I think for me, I like the way she speaks, and she has been speaking very well. Nobody is perfect. No one is perfect. So we just have to understand it's the upbringing. So I love you, Pastor, and God bless you.
Wonderful. Thank you, Ola. Coco, go ahead.
Speaking on the prompt.
Either one.
As painful as it is for me to say, who do I think is more delusional, men or women? It's us. It hurts. It hurts so bad to say that. But I think it's us more of the fact because when we was little, we grew up admiring fairy tales and things like that. And because we don't think logically like men do, not all the time. I'm not saying that we can't, but I think men are just more logical than we are. We tend to let our emotions take over in certain situations where we don't really think clearly. So I think that that'll keep a woman arguing with her man, even when she knows she wrong. So I think we are more delusional.
Okay. They call me pick me. You were up next. Did you want to say something before I go to Anjanette?
No, go ahead and go to Anjanette. Anjanita.
Okay. Go ahead, Anjanette. Okay, maybe she's
Coco, did you speak?
yeah.
It
Okay, I'm missing some people. I don't know what happened to the comments. I hope y'all not down there getting in y'all feelings, but they got
Nah,
me.
they moving. They
They're
moving. They
back up.
moving.
But I tried to fix it back.
Nah, they moving.
It's up, host. It's there.
We lost a few of the brothers. I had wanted to speak to the prize, but we lost a few of the brothers that I wanted I wanted a few of
Okay.
the brothers to
Speak on
hear.
it.
Sometimes it's hard
He
to
was dropped. If you need me to drop for you to pull him up, I'm good
do
with
that.
that. Lake said he was dropped.
What they call
Can't even
out?
find him. I don't know where he at. Yeah, I bring you back. I'm gonna drop you and then
No,
bring
drop
him up.
me. Drop me and let they call stay up. Drop me.
You
I'm at work.
sure?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm at work. I'm gonna be in the
I'll bring you
comments.
back in a minute too, Pastor. Hold
I'm
on.
here. I'm here. I'm good.
I can't find brother. If you can push the thing in the thing, I'll bring you back. I said,
So put the
I'll bring
thing
you
in the
back,
thing.
Lake. Press it. I know. That's what I said.
Okay.
Nah, just come on back, brother. I'll bring you back up. This thing.
Nigga said put the thing in
Who's
the thing.
supposed to come up, host?
Hey, host, I'm just gonna say
Of
this, host,
course,
and I'm gonna get
man.
down. Melanie, you keep muting me, but you can
Nah,
the host didn't want me
you
muted. You
wouldn't
keep muting
know.
me.
Miss Barbie. Melanin ain't touched the thing. You wouldn't know who muted. I got a few Mars down there. I had tried to explain that, but nobody not listening. This
Okay, well I'm
we
gonna drop,
new at
but
this, so we just
it's
getting.
freedom of speech over on my panel.
Yeah,
I don't want none of this in my panel, seriously, because I give gifts. I actually support him, and like I can really wipe y'all out. Like I can give $300, $400, $500 up in here. Y'all not doing nothing in here.
right, but listen, why you? So this the thing. This is new to us, especially me. So I don't know how long you've been on. You might have a little more wiggle room than me, but it's not. We just trying to have a conversation. So sometimes
Hey, you
people
can send me $500.
people do get in their feelings,
Host,
porcelain. But you
host.
here
People, I mean, host.
to
No,
have
Let
a
I
me
mean, I
say
was
conversation.
something.
challenging
So
a
we don't.
pastor. She was putting out information, and it's my job to rebuttal whatever she has to state
It's,
in the spiritual
and
realm.
that's
I was
and that's
doing it from the
okay, huh?
comments.
And that's okay. But what we try to do is have the people that want to interact come on stage without having a certain level of back and forth, and not too much pay attention to the comments, because otherwise we're not gonna really be able to get to a point where we need to get to. But
I
you good?
understand, but I didn't want to
And
come. I didn't want to come
I
up
would
here.
like
I
to
just wanted to
say,
be in the comments.
I
But
would
I'm gonna
like to
drop back
say
down.
that I would like to say don't just assume that I'm doing something. I don't know why my name was the first one, but
Maybe
I
because
would
she
like to say I
didn't
don't
Because I already
appreciate
know how
that
you get down
because
because you did it the last time. But it's all good. He said he got multiple ones, but I just know I got a feeling it was you. But
Nah, she
it is
ain't.
what it
It
is.
wouldn't. Nah, it wasn't. It wasn't her. I'm
maybe
telling you that because you can see it. I didn't even mute it. It got muted by mistake. But it's
Kind of
okay.
you know
salty,
what?
I
man.
figured out
What's
how to
Host,
get
up?
them back up here.
host. See, people they do it. I'm telling you, it happens. You might not know when you have multiple moderator. If one
I
person
know.
has
Yeah, I
a problem,
know. But I'm
they
learning.
do
I
it.
don't know exactly how to work it. That's why I be over here trying to figure it out.
listen. Play. If one of your mods blocks someone or they mute someone, it'll say it at the bottom of your screen. It'll tell you who
Right, but I'm not reading. I know I'm not reading. I'm over here trying to do the YouTube and Snapchat. I got. I'm working over here.
I
But
know.
we can.
Bro, you gotta use
It's
that
cool.
public, bro.
People gonna get upset, but we still love them. It's cool. Hold on, who is? I can't find you, brother.
My bad,
I
y'all.
just
I
pull
got.
some different
I'm
people
sorry.
up and then move around. Come on, sister. Whoever wants to talk.
If you need to drop me,
Oh
host,
no,
you can
nah.
drop me. Okay.
No, come on. You just came back. You cool? We move around, bring right back. Come on.
All right.
Yeah, I seen you with Rashard McKenzie, man. Right?
All right.
I think I seen bro with McCants, right?
We can't hear you.
I think I seen you with
Let me tell y'all something. The trolls come out at night. Okay. The trolls come out at night.
I'm
I
not
like the
So
trolling.
trolls. I welcome the trolls. They good. The trolls good. Y'all good. Come
Yo,
on.
stack.
You was on a podcast with McCants,
Who, me?
not a host.
Uh, you say what their name was?
I thought you was on a podcast with McCants, right?
What? How long ago?
Well, it was probably y'all three. It was like three people.
It might. I think so. I've been on with a few people over some time, so I wouldn't
It's
be.
not Rashad, is it?
Huh?
Rashad McCants.
I don't know. I can't. I can't
Talking
follow
about the
the name.
basketball podcast. He talking about Rashard McCants and
Oh
Gilbert
no, no,
Arenas.
no. That wasn't me. That one. Well, you know what? When you see that?
A couple months ago.
No, I don't think that was me. I don't think.
Nah, he had his own one. I thought it was you.
Okay. Okay. Come on, brother. You want to speak to the topic?
What's the topic?
Oh yeah. Uh, are women more who's more delusional, women or men?
Women are way more delusional. They
Nah,
be
this I ain't doing no this water. I ain't doing no drinking.
they believe stuff that's not true, and then make up stuff in their head that's probably not true either. And it all be a delusion, bro. And then as a man, it's like you gotta deal with that.
Freedom, I'm gonna bring you up in a minute. I hear you, brother. Go ahead.
And it's like either you're gonna fall into the trap or just walk away. You know what I mean? That's it. That's what it comes down to. That's my piece.
Appreciate you, brother. That's 100. Along. My ring, I bring you up too. We just moving, trying to get people in, let them talk. They talk. Come on, Freedom. Go ahead.
Hey, you guys. Thanks for letting me up on the panel. I'm going to address the prompt. I do think that women are more delusional than men, and I'll tell you why I say that. Being a therapist, a lot of times I have sat and listened to both sides. And especially when it comes to relationships, I'll say women are more delusional in the relationship aspect because women are not delusional just across the board. But in the relationship space, women can be very delusional, especially when there's a relationship on the table and maybe there's a guy that she's interested in and um,
Go ahead.
and let's just say, if the guy says, well, hey, I just want to be friends. A lot of times women will go into this space and, after the man has told her that he wants to be friends, she'll go into this space where she thinks that she can ultimately change his mind about how he views her as far as a relationship goes. And she'll begin to cater to him and do little things thinking that ultimately that she can change his mind to advance the relationship, and a lot of times that causes a lot of problems. And so I have learned what my dad has always taught me is that when a man tells you XYZ, believe him. So if you are dating a person and you guys are dating, I think in the beginning of a friendship or relationship, there has a conversation needs to be had, whether you really do need to get it, if because let me say this: we are living in a different type of generation now. I'm 32 years old, but so I know people casually date. A lot of people are not necessarily dating to carry into a long-term relationship or maybe even marriage. So I think in the beginning of a relationship, you really have to have a conversation and find out where this person is. Is this person just casually dating, just looking for a hookup, or is this person wanting a long-term relationship that may lead to marriage? And a lot of times in the beginning of a relationship, those conversations are not had. Things move pretty quickly, and then one thing leads to another, and then women can become get the impression that, oh, we're item now, we're together, but the man has not explicitly said that. And so the relationship can take a turn, just based off of a woman not really asking the questions that should be asked, or he has told her and she's take I'm not going to say mistaken his words, but after he's told her that, hey, I just want to be friends, I'm not really looking for a relationship, she then tries to change his mind by doing other things that maybe a girlfriend or a wife would do, and then it leads to chaos. It leads to one person not really getting what they want.
Yo, Frida, let me ask you a question, Frida.
Okay.
Do you know why men lie to women?
Um, I don't know. Okay. Well, I think, and I don't know because I'm not a man, but I have heard. I have three brothers, by the way, so I do listen to them, and I have heard that men sometimes lie to women because they don't want to. A man never wants to hurt a woman's feelings.
I wouldn't say all
They
that.
want to be lied to.
Okay.
Hold on. That's part of it. It's
Okay.
hard for us to tell y'all the truth or for y'all to accept it. Because when
Okay.
we say what it is, we don't read between the lines. We just direct forward and what we dissertate to y'all. You feel what I'm saying? And some of us try not to hurt your feelings in telling you this truth. So we have to lie. Because there's always some type of truth in a lie. Dig what I'm saying? Unless class it as a blatant lie. But
Urban.
the
I
reason
say that
hold on,
all
hold
the
on, hold on,
time.
hold on, hold on. The
Sorry,
reason,
Sadie.
hold on. The reason why a lot of men lie is because it's you know what I mean. And I'm not saying that a lot of men lead with lies. Nah, but a lot of times, men lie. To soften certain blows to your feelings. Because when we talk to each other, we can't lie to each other as men. You dig what I'm saying? It'd be like, yo, if I want to tell Stack something, I'm like, yo, Stack, yo, word to mother, this is what it is. Boom, 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 boom. Now it's up to him to understand it, to know it, and to go along with it. I can't cater to his feelings. Why? Because there's facts involved. Dig what I'm saying?
So let me
So,
ask you this, Urban. How do you, as a man, get what you need out of a relationship if you're lying and you're
well, no,
not?
I didn't say I did. I'm just saying
No,
why
no, no, no.
men
I'm not.
lie.
I'm not saying. I'm not saying you yourself. It's just a general question. So let me
See,
rephrase that. How do
uh-huh.
men? How do men get what they need out of a relationship if they are not willing to be honest about whatever issue it is that a woman has that they have a problem?
First, you have to,
That's
as
a
a man,
broad
you have to
question, though.
understand. First, first you have to understand what you want with the woman. If you just want, lay it down or whatever the case may have, you have fun, or you really trying to pursue this woman for a certain thing. You know what I mean? Like relationship, marriage, or whatever the case may have you. But it all depends what we want to do with y'all. Because see, we deal with harsh truths every day in our life as men. I'm not saying women don't, but in terms of dealing with the opposites, Max, we have. I mean, Me, I'm a straight up individual. If I tell you this is what I want with you, that's what it is. I give you that choice. All right, then yeah, your name. Other dudes, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You gotta dress it up, make it sound good, this and that. Come, you know what I'm saying, through with some swag or whatever the case. And, then it gets to a point where what you was talking about. You dig what I'm saying? Because if a man came up to you, and this is the famous question, if a man came, because women came up to me, oh, if that's what you wanted, why didn't you just tell me? Because I know you wouldn't go along with it. You know what I'm saying?
Not a good
So,
one.
Urban, I have a question, right?
What's that?
So, okay. So I hear, I listen, and I hear everything everybody has said. I want to ask or pose just like a hypothetical. Um, so for the ladies on the panel, if
Yeah.
a man came up to you and said that I really like how you look, I'm really attracted to you,
Mhm.
I don't have. They were literally so direct. They direct to the point they were just like, I really honestly just want to have sex with you. Like they literally are just telling you exactly what's in their head
Right,
instead of like being around the bush.
right.
Like, what would your response be to that approach?
I've done that
Do you
to women.
expect to have smecks right now, or are you telling me that that's something you want to build up towards? Is what I would
What
say.
I don't know. I don't know. That just came up in my mind just then. So that's that's how I just posed
That's a
the question.
crapshoot. That's 1 out of 9 women. It's like 1 out of 9 women. And then you know what? I'm gonna keep it real with you. So my pops gave me the best advice one time about women because one time I told a woman I was involved with the truth, and it blew up. It was my life was crazy after that, right? And my pops said, "Listen, man, you can't take your truth to the woman. You got to take it to your pastor or your therapist." And that's where you work out things because women can't really handle the truth a lot of the times. And I
Oh,
know it to be a fact because
Ooh.
if we want to be raw with the truth, like if your woman is telling you, babe, how I look in this dress, and
that's a
you know
bunch of
she gay,
nonsense. That's a bunch
and
of nonsense. I
It's
like to
not a
hold
bunch
on,
of
you cut me
nonsense.
off. You cut me off because of what reason? All right,
because
thank you.
that
Let me
is false.
finish. Let me finish. Let me finish, man. Here we go.
Yeah, finish
So
your
my
thought.
father told me to take my truth to my pastor or therapist because women can't handle most women. Let me not because she took it too personal. So most women can't handle the truth because it's raw. And I'm gonna give you an example. So if you with your woman and she looking in the mirror and she say, "Babe, how does dress look?" and you know that it's not looking good on her. You know she can't
Take
go
it
out the
off,
house
man.
like that.
Take it
But
off.
what should you do? Was you pacify her and be like, "Babe, you look great," and have her going outside looking ridiculous, or would you try to soften the blow and be like, "Babe, I don't think that's doing it," and she'd be like, women they
Off
want
the
you to
deep
go
end.
deeper to the truth. They'd be like, "What you mean? Well, what you mean?
You telling me you lied to your woman? You
How?
lied to her.
How?
What? What?"
You lied to
I'm
her.
lie to her.
Yeah, you.
Right. And that's my point. I just told the panel women want to be lied to. So you just
No,
proving my point.
we don't want to be lied to.
They
I
want the
don't need to
truth.
be lied
No, that's okay. So I posed a question because I am a I am a woman, naturally born woman.
to. Did you not see how this man lied on the panel?
Well, here's the thing. He said he thinks that women want to be lied to, and we are as women, we're saying no, we don't want to
To
be
her.
lied
She
to.
just said lie to her.
And I
No,
want to
I don't
respond
want to be lied to. I don't want to be lied to. Right?
Okay.
Just contradicted herself. She said, that's good. And I said, what about if I tell her about her weight and the dress don't look good? She just said, lie to her.
and Bina,
Oh,
I want to respond to your question, Bina. Whenever you guys get
Yeah.
finished with
No,
your
I
go
don't. I
ahead,
don't be
Freedom. Go
lied
ahead,
to.
Freedom.
I
Go
think
ahead, Freedom.
it's how you respond. It's not that you lie. So first of all, when she puts it on, you should tell her, babe, don't put that on. That's the first thing. She shouldn't even have to ask you. You should have already told her it doesn't look good because that's
Hypothetical
the
Another
thing.
woman.
scenario.
I'm just using that as that's the number one thing. Women want you to tell them the truth. Who wants to be going out there looking like a fool and you didn't tell them? I'm going to tell you that you don't look good in something. I'm going to tell you, no, 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 no. Don't put that shirt in those pants like that. You know, got a little something there. It don't look right. You want who you're with to look good.
Of
And if
course,
you're
of course.
allowing them to walk out of that house not looking good, that is a problem, and that's something
Times women lie to each other though.
well,
How many
can
times do
I
y'all tell other women, "Oh, girl, you looking good,
can
you
I finish
beautiful"?
that?
Never,
Come
Can I
on, man.
finish that?
never.
Can I
Fact.
finish
Let me tell
that?
you something.
You asked
And
me a
never in my
question.
life have I
Maureen,
ever.
can I please finish? You
I'm
asked
so sorry,
me
Auntie. I'm
back to
sorry.
let you finish. I'm just asking to finish. And in the comments, that Kevin said men lie because men have low self-esteem and they don't want to admit that. So but I'm hearing that you all are saying that men lie to protect the women. I'm wondering if it is something to do with the man, because at the end of the day, what are you protecting us from? It's not like a burglar is coming in. Is it you're protecting us because you don't want to hear our mouths about something? You don't want to go through the back and forth or the questions that we may have with whatever you're saying? Is that really about us, or is it about you? And I
It's
land
really
there.
about y'all because we don't feel like hearing all that extra shit
That's
sometimes.
what I just said. Is it
No,
about you?
no, but it's but
It's
at
not
the
about
same. But
us.
see, you got to understand something. You know,
It's really about
there's certain situations where men lie to women about. Like with I keep getting her name with Bina. You know what I'm saying? Ask. That's a formal question. That's easy. You know what I mean? There's a lot of different types of intricacies, and depending on how much you know the person, you
So
know.
you lie
You
to
know
women.
oh, Lord, parlay a minute, man. Be easy.
thank
No,
You
you.
know what I'm saying?
you already said
Yo,
you did.
parlay a minute. Hold on.
I'm not
So
gonna hold on.
just hold on.
You
Can I
said you
finish?
lie to
See, this is
women.
what I'm talking about. Love, be easy.
Allow him to respond,
Come
please.
on, man. Have some decorum. So
I
now,
have decor.
please, you're doing it again. See, this is as men we be talking about. This is the reason why sometimes we don't tell y'all certain shit because y'all always have something to say, opening up your mouth. Now, when in certain situations where, you know what I mean, depending on the height and see on how much you know what I'm saying, you know the person, you care about the person. Sometimes you have, you know what I'm saying, men lie in either to get what they want or to protect the woman's feelings. It doesn't really come with insecurity. You know what I'm saying? Now, if there's something that, you know what I mean, that you didn't do and she asked you to do and it goes back and forth, then yeah, all right, fine, cool. Then you know what I'm saying? You be like, yeah, I got you. I'll do it. Just, you know what I mean? Just so we don't get into arguments, because a lot of men don't like arguing. But to
Okay, so
to put
you're insecure.
to
You're
put your
insecure.
yo, shorty, be easy, man. I'm not going to interrupt you when you talk. I mute myself when you're going to speak. Now, in terms of, you know what I'm saying, men lying to women, men lie to try to get what they want, number one, and to preserve feelings. You know what I'm saying? Now, Maureen, if you want to talk, go ahead. The floor is yours. By all means.
Yeah, by all means, men like you are very insecure.
You don't know him.
Oh no, hold on, I got this.
I'm
You don't
sorry.
know me. Hold on. You don't know me, number one.
No, people,
Right?
when we
Number
can't
No,
two,
do
I
that,
don't.
if
bro.
you
I
want to, if no,
Number
I got
one,
it.
you
Oh,
don't know
stack,
me.
stack, stack. I got it. Yo, I don't care if I know you, number one.
Of course,
And
and I'm
if you
still
don't,
trying to speak.
listen, don't make
But you
don't
keep
make
cutting me off.
condescending
I'm a woman
remarks.
trying to
Love.
speak and you keep cutting me
Ma'am,
off.
ma'am, ma'am.
You're a
Do
woman.
not
Oh my
make
God, you cut him
condescending
off.
remarks if you
Wait,
don't
wait,
know the
wait, wait.
individual who you're
Allow them to
talking
have the
to.
dialogue.
You dig what I'm
Let them
saying?
have it.
I don't say nothing about who you are as a person, what your nationality, your ethnicity, where you come from. I'm not going there with you. It's not my place to go there with you. So don't go there with me. Stay in your respective place, please. Just as well as I would.
I want to say something real quick. So I think I've probably been here about maybe 16, 17 days, a little longer, I'm not sure. But we've had panels and well, you got to try to mute the mics up, so I want everybody to hear this. What I learned is if you stay consistent, you can build and you can grow. I really appreciate listen, I'm gonna be honest, and I know people probably not gonna understand what I'm saying, but I appreciate the women. I appreciate the brothers, especially. I advocate for men. Not that I have anything against the sisters, but the reason I'm trying to do these things is to try to bring what we're doing now, right? And when I first started, which was probably the first 2 days, I might have had 20, 30 people. But over time, I see the consistency allow us to build. So the women, the trolls, the men, if you guys listen, you will see the disconnect that's there. But we've been able to facilitate some sort of, I can't just take credit for what everybody, we've been able to facilitate some sort of dialogue between us. And sometimes I'm gonna be honest, I allow it to go off the rails because, like I said, I repost this and maybe people can go learn from what they seeing to say, God, I made a mistake right there. A lot of people think they perfect in they skill with communication. A lot of people think they perfect in they skill with comprehension. We not. Just is what it is. So the fact that we can dialogue even when y'all have pushback, we argue, we from all over the world, different walks of life, people from wherever they from, people calling in from over, and a few women that come in here and they got in their feelings and they, fell back and they took a social media hiatus for a while. And if they need to do that, so be it. But what I learned is you have to be able to have a certain level of disposition or a certain level of, peace within yourself, a certain level of thick skin so you can be able to come in here and have these hard conversations. It's gonna be hard, and if I really talk how I really talk, then it'll be a difficult thing. So I want to allow people to speak in order just to engage. And I try to say, let's have some courtesy, but sometimes it's going to go off the rail because we people and we come from different walks of life. But I'm going to let everybody know, I don't care who you is, I appreciate you being here because we started low and now we elevate to a point where those things are coming to pass. So we having a real good dialogue, a real good conversation, and I'm watching the people go from 15 to 20, 30, 50 within minutes. This thing is being built and it's amazing. And I'm gonna try to keep showing up unless TikTok do me like how they do me. They kick me off. I just build another page. Not over here. I've been all right. They kick me off a few times, but they don't take my page down. But I got a few pages that's blocked in other places. And if you want to see yourself, like I said, you know where you could go over there to look at yourself. So let's continue to have good conversation, dialogue, and the smoke. The smoke. Come on, who wants
Well,
the smoke, baby?
can I say this to you, host?
Go ahead.
I would say that I said this earlier, but I'm gonna reiterate it. That I do appreciate how you manage your panel. This is, I've been on several different panels, and I love how you operate in this space, and you allow people to speak, and you do listen, and I like how you manage this space. So I just want to give you your props. And so shout out to you.
Appreciate it. I appreciate you, sister. I want to let Maureen, you was having a dialogue with Urban. If you guys could have that dialogue for about 60 seconds, then we can move it along and go. Come on, Miss Maureen, you
Don't,
and Urban.
Urban,
Y'all
don't
was
waste your time with that, bro.
no, what? No, I want to hear the sister. Come on, sister. You guys are men. Y'all can handle this. Come on, sisters.
Doing that insecure thing out there. Wow.
I I
You and Urban, the only males on the stage. Y'all good?
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
wait
yeah.
Wait a
for
minute,
y'all.
wait a minute, wait a minute,
What you
wait a
say?
minute, wait a minute. Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on.
Yeah.
1 second, 1 second, 1 second. Who was coming for Urban?
Shorty next to me on the
Maureen, where
phone,
you at,
man.
sister?
No, let
Can you
her ask a
speak up?
question. She
I
quiet
think
now,
he's
man.
talking to
Oh,
Maureen.
she might got 3 year olds or something over there.
think
We
she
don't
was
know.
Oh,
she
okay.
was
Somebody was
drinking.
coming for Urban. No, listen, Urban, I understand your sentiments exactly. Like, listen, you're everybody is not going to be on the
Marine
same
is off
page.
mute.
No,
She and
stacking
Urban
urban,
definitely
stacking
have to
urban.
speak.
They can hold their own. They good.
Marine,
I
I'm
mess with them
sure
all
Marine,
they
the time.
could.
Marine, are you
Maureen, you
there?
Yes,
there?
Auntie.
Are you there, Marine?
I think she might be
I'm
in the
here.
matrix.
She took herself
Drinking,
off
She's
mute.
man.
talking.
You look
She
at her
said
page, she got nothing but vanity shots, face shots all every
She's
day.
talking.
she's talking.
We want to hear you, sister. You was having a dialogue with the brother. We want to hear you. I think she in the matrix. If I was her.
Matrix. She ain't
No, yeah,
Neo,
she's gonna make
man.
because
She
she
ain't
had a
Neo.
comment in the comments.
What
And
she
she
say?
just said something.
Maureen, if you can come back.
And I
Otherwise,
know
we got
she
to keep
drinking. I
moving.
know she was drinking, bro. She gone off the Grey Goose.
All right, okay, sister. Well, if you want to come back, you can come back. Freedom, you there? You wanted to speak? Or Cocoa Butter? I haven't heard from you guys.
um I was just gonna say this to Maureen. And I know sometimes as a woman, um, especially when you've been in relationships and maybe you have had negative experiences with men. I know sometimes it's kind of hard to sit and listen, and you know we do jump on the defense end, but essentially what Urban was trying to tell you, it isn't insecure. I can tell you that he is telling you 100 the 100% truth. Men lie to women either to get what they want or because they're protecting our feelings or they don't want to hurt our feelings. I'll say they don't want to hurt our feelings because I won't say protecting.
That's
And so
good.
it's not insecurity, because but men do deal with insecurity, but that's not one of the reasons. Lying isn't. I don't think is one of the reasons.
It
It's
was a
either
man
for.
who put it in the comments, Freedom. It was a man who said men lie
Oh,
because of feeling
okay,
insecure.
okay. Well, I'm
And
not a
that's where
man.
that came from. It was a man who put it in the comments.
And
I
I
learned
would
that.
say,
I learned this as you get older as a man, and as you begin to understand how things work, lying become a thing of your past.
It
Unless
should.
unless you in a certain situation where you're talking about prison or something like that. But as far as other things, it's not that big of a deal like people make it. You live and you learn. It's just that simple. I like to hear from the sisters that haven't speak. You back, Maureen?
Yeah, she's talking in the comments.
But she might be in the matrix. Come on, Miss Pick Me or Coco. Or y'all, you guys ain't talking.
I was
'Cause,
just gonna say, as far as that darn the lying is concerned,
I need
um,
somebody. Huh? Go ahead.
I heard what Urban says, and I still think that the lying. I think when I say that women don't take responsibility, I believe that women will do things to make themselves feel good. We were talking about why women weren't chosen. They all gave explanations of they haven't
What?
found anybody, found any.
Go ahead, sister.
They haven't found anyone. They were always making excuses. I feel in this situation, the men are making excuses. You lie, I think, this is my opinion, because you don't want to deal with the woman. I don't think it's to protect her feelings. I think it's to protect you because you don't want to hear her mouth. And I think he even mentioned that. So to me, it's not about protecting the woman. At the end of the day, when you get to the point where you are a mature man and we're talking about you being the leader, there's no reason that you should be lying because as the leader, you're taking control. As the leader, you're guiding that relationship. And when you start lying, then how does she trust you? Because if you're going to be the head and you're up there lying, the head is lying to the helpmate. How does that work, y'all? That doesn't work.
Well,
So
what
at
kind
the
of
end
lie
of
you
let
talking
me
about though? What
hold,
kind of
hold
lies?
on,
Are you talking
hold
about
on.
the
Let me
ugly
finish.
lies?
Let her land
Let
it.
me let
Let
me
her land
finish.
it.
So at the end of the day, we're talking about taking our rightful places and men being the head and the woman being the helpmate and working together and she following you, right? So if I'm following you, you can't be lying to me. If any woman is following you, you can't be lying to her because therefore you're not leading. And I land.
Right, but
The
that's
brother
so.
Ho
I'm gonna
said,
say
I
this.
don't
I'm
think
gonna say this. I got to get pushback. I'm gonna let you speak, Stack, and then I'm gonna come after you. Go ahead, brother.
No pushback, host. No
agree with what
pushback.
the host said.
Got you.
The host said at a certain point, the lying stopped. So one time, I think my mom's gave me this advice, and it was early. She was like, because I used to lie a lot when I was younger. I used to lie about stupid shit. Like, she used to say, "Who drunk up all the juice?" I'd be like, "It wasn't me." She knew it was me, right? And then I used to get caught in lies. So she said, "Son, stop lying because you got to keep remembering the lies you tell, but the truth remains the same." For some reason, that shit stuck with me for the rest of my life. And then when I was growing up, I had to really find a way of being truthful with them because I knew it was going to come with a lot of stuff. So even though, like my pops told me, you got to take it to a therapist or a pastor, y'all women say y'all want the truth, but we experience telling the truth. And where it gets us is it gets us in a world of trouble for a long time. And y'all don't know how to like
Handle that.
forgive, take the truth and forgive. Y'all keep reminding us of what we did wrong, and it's constant reminder. So when I was honest with my woman at one time, it turned out to make my life miserable. So Urban was talking. We're not trying to avoid hurting their feelings. We trying to avoid like just being your mind being discombobulated because women are very emotional and they won't let you forget the truth you told them. So it's kind of easier to lie, and then when it finally comes, and then you like, oh, whatever. But at a certain point, like I'm past that stage of lying, right? So if you can't handle my truth and it's ugly, then you're just gonna get it. And
Exactly.
so y'all want two ways though. Sometimes y'all want to be lied to, and when I'm saying y'all want to be lied to, some women don't want to deal with the ugly truth, and that the experience for men is just that. Y'all don't deal with the ugly truth. Y'all deal better with the beautiful lie, and that's just our experience.
But you didn't answer. How do you lead and lie?
I
The
Okay.
same way,
listen.
So,
Come on.
the
okay, wait.
same. I'm
Okay.
finna tell her. Hold on. Who got the answer? Come on.
You got it,
I
man. You
don't
got
have
it.
the
I'm
answer,
not
but
asking the woman
I
because
didn't
she's not the lead. I'm not
I
talking
don't
about
have
the woman.
She wanted to
wait.
say something. I got the answer. It's gonna
But
take
she
2
can't
seconds.
answer my
Oh no, you
question.
can go ahead, host. This your shit. Go ahead, baby.
Okay, the same way that the presidents lie every day, but they got big, huge, beautiful families. That's how.
Say that again.
Okay. Did you missed it?
They don't
I
understand, man.
did.
They
I
ain't gonna
did that
understand
one.
that.
You
The
got to give us some
president, the
context,
president
brother.
raised
Give a
an
little
amazing
context.
family, but he lied to us every day. All of them.
Raised an amazing family.
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't
Yeah.
believe that?
So
Yeah.
okay, this is what I mean.
See?
It's subjective, right? You may mispick me. You may have some people that you feel is an inspiration to you. They may not be that to me. You know, I'm just saying that it's a human. This we think we own. We all lie. A lot of us lie to ourselves every day, but we'll come on this apps and act as if we just this perfect person. It's a human characteristic. People do it. When you
Right.
have a
Women too.
discernment,
Women included. Men lie, women lie.
when you have a discernment to say, okay, I get it, right? I learned, prison taught me this. God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and wisdom to know the difference. So if your discernment intact, you okay. I get what you saying. You said how he gonna be a leader and he lie. He's a
No,
human.
a leader to no. Hold on. I'm talking about our relationship, right? I
I
ain't
know
talking about the world.
you
I'm
been
talking about
specific. Not
specific to us, right? If you leading me, you can't be up here lying to
not
me.
listen. So okay, I get what you're saying, but this is what I'm gonna say. There's some people out here that wish they would have told the truth, and there's some people out here that wish they would have lied based on the consequences of their actions. Some people keep it. Some people keep it. I don't want to get into the politics, but right now, over the years, Trump caught a lot of slack because of the CP5. I don't know if you guys know what that is. I can't
Woo!
really
Come
go into
on,
that,
man.
right? But
I've
he
been
caught a
coming
lot of.
down.
Okay, hold on. Go ahead, y'all. Go ahead.
Yo, let me ask her a question real quick.
I
So
lived
they
through that
call me,
shit,
right?
boy. Oh,
Say
God.
if in the relationship, the woman stashes money on her man, right? And she got a little nest egg, right?
Oh,
And
man.
her mother taught her, listen, you better have a nest egg, right? And this happens all the time, right? Y'all stash money, stash money. That's lying.
It is.
So why is it okay for y'all to lie?
Who said that that's okay? I never said that is. I don't I
So
don't I don't think you can
nah,
have
you
a
acting like nah, but you was making it seem like only men lie and women lie all the time. In fact, you probably lie more than us.
I never said that only men lie. This was just our conversation
No,
that
you
we
kept
were having.
saying
Well, Urban
this.
said, Urban was giving a reason that men lied.
Right, right. I
Men, it was
did.
about men. I never said women did lie. I think women lie. For sure, I think women lie. But
Y'all lie more than
that
us.
wasn't the
Okay. So let
conversation.
me. Hold on, girl, because
Bina, I'm not through. I'm not through.
I'm sorry, baby. I'm so
I'm not
sorry,
through.
Auntie. I'm
I'm not
sorry.
through. So what
Sorry,
I'm
baby.
saying is that I'm not here to say Stack and Urban that women don't lie. That's not what I'm saying. I was only referencing the conversation of Urban saying the reason that men lied. And
Right.
I said, I don't believe it's about women. And then I mentioned as the head, no, you're not perfect. None of us are perfect, right? But at the end of the day, if we going into this relationship together and we're building together, You can't be lying because then the trust gets eroded.
Man.
And then how does she depend on you to be her leader if you're constantly lying to her?
Now check
That's
this
You
out,
all.
question
right?
our
At
leadership,
the,
right? You
at the
question
same
Same
time.
leadership behind that.
qualities, the same quality. See, this is why you can't have a myopic view. The same qualities that make that man that leader will cause him to lie. The same level of vulnerability that people want the man to have, which he don't want to tap into, will cause him to lie. Okay, they'll lie to you. Is see when you. I know you speaking of everybody want a utopia. Well, not everybody, but when certain people want it to be a perfect way, and it's not always going to be like that. You got to have a certain level of.
Your host. Your host. Let me give you a prime example of when lying could be beneficial, right? Say if your man had to lead you, he had to lead you somewhere to save your life. And he knew that if he told you the truth, that you would be frantic and mess everything up and could get your possibly unalive because you would panic, right?
Right.
Is it okay?
Right.
Is it okay then to lie?
Right. I was trying not to. I get what I get what they call me, pick me coming from. I get where she coming from. She's specifically talking about in-house, intimate, romantic type of situation, and you out here behind her back. But I'm just trying to tell her, everybody got to take a certain level of accountability. Because what I learned is so many of us know exactly who and what we're dealing with, but we act like we don't.
Mm.
I,
So,
I
so
never blame
can I
the.
say this? Can I say? Oh well.
Come on, pull up. Come on.
Oh no. So I
Go
was just
ahead,
gonna say,
Dina.
right? Like the
So I get where she coming.
I don't. I kind of feel bad for even posing the question,
How you gonna feel
Nah,
bad?
for
Come on.
what? It's what we do.
What we
but
do?
but no. I like people lie um because of fear.
It's just
If
no
you
definitive reason. Everybody is different for people.
the okay, so you want to take a poll? Like what? Because you can ask the
No, it's
question
not.
like, why have you told a lie? Was it, why did you tell the lie?
But
The
she's speaking.
situations are
She's speaking
different.
in reference to a relationship. So
But it stems from fear of
I
something, whether it might be to protect somebody that you know that they wouldn't respond in a particular way, or fear of the response from the truth. Either way,
Baby, it's a lot of
lies
those
come
I
things.
mean,
from
that's not a
fear.
lie. I mean, that's the truth. What you're saying? Okay.
Right. It's a
I,
lot of those things. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's the reason why, I'm saying, a lot of men like, because again, you know what I mean? It's the fear that we don't want to hear the rebuttals, the fear that we trying to protect your feelings. It's the fear that, you know what I mean, all right, just like what Stack said, I'm trying to, you know what I'm saying, I don't want to put you in danger. So I'm gonna tell you some other stuff so I can, you know what I'm saying, so I can go do something else. You know what I'm saying? It's really sometimes to settle as crazy as it may seem, to settle, you know what I'm saying, to settle your nerves. You know what I'm
but so
saying?
urban, that's what I'm saying. What I'm saying is it doesn't matter the like listen, regardless of what it is, when people lie, they do it for a reason. And the
I'm
reason
not
is
saying we
because of
don't,
fear. It's because you fear
but it's
something. You
not
fear
for
the
us
result
though.
of the truth. So
No, it's
you
not for
lie.
us though. It's not
You
for us
guys,
though.
you guys are not. I
I
feel that
I
when we have these conversations, we generally have good conversations, right? And when we're talking about the women and we're talking about what women aren't doing, women aren't accountable, women aren't all the things that women don't do.
All
I
right.
hear you men say, yeah, 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 and I agree with you. But
Okay.
anytime there comes to something about the man, I'm noticing this is what happens. You make excuses for the man. You
It's
can't. I
just
don't understand
excuses,
how people
man. I'm
make
telling
it.
you
You
this.
are
Men
making
do this.
excuses. I will say that women are not accountable, right? And there's no excuses for them not being accountable. I will say that women are disrespectful to men. There's no excuses for that. But I could come and say, "Oh, but that's just women. That's just how they are." I'm not gonna make excuses for bad behavior. Lying in a relationship that you have is bad behavior. It erodes trust, and not one of you have said that. You're making
We're not saying it's
excuses.
right.
You're making excuses for why men lie.
No, I
I
don't.
Right.
can
But
See,
agree
one
with
thing
you
I
things
don't
saying
do.
that
No,
we
I'm not.
shouldn't
It's not.
lie.
It's not about the excuses. I'm trying to give context to reasons of why people do it because we're trying to have a conversation. It's not an excuse. Reasons are different than excuses. I'm trying to give context to reason so we can have a conversation.
I have a really quick question. Have any of the women on the panel ever been married before?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Start off by
Okay.
saying, no, I've never been married. I am 36 years
Okay.
old. I have no children, and I've never been married. So no.
Okay.
But I
God
was in
bless.
a 7-year relationship. So I don't know if that counts or anything, but okay, go ahead.
Okay. Um. So, is Bina the only one,
No, I'm
Melanie?
married.
Okay, you're married. Okay. Okay.
I said
And I
yes.
don't believe in the lying. And he knows that.
Where,
But
where,
but
your,
I
where your
but
husband
I
at right now?
trust but I try at work, but I trust him. I trust him to not lie to me.
That
Now I trust that. I mean,
Has he
because
ever
So,
lied to you? Has he ever lied?
not that I know of. That's been something
Exactly, too.
that's
That
been
man
something.
lied to you. Trust me.
No,
Oh my
it's all
gosh.
right. You got let her
Why do you
Even put
wanna
that
why
in
do you
her
wanna put
mind.
that in
Don't
my
do that.
Freedom,
How
why did
long
you
you been
why would you
together?
do that?
freedom?
Why would you
Why
do
did you
that?
ask that question?
um, okay. So the reason why I asked that question
let
because
me
I was
hold on one
married.
second. I want to ask. They called me, pick me something real quick. If Monday you went to the beauty salon, got your hair did, and your husband just loved the way you looked, amazing, beautiful, and love the way you smell, right? Just hear me out real quick. It's gonna take 2 seconds. And he was being genuine, right? But then on a specific day, you wasn't smelling so hot. He lied to you and told you that it tastes good, it smelled amazing, but he lied. How you feel about that? Is that okay or not?
Not at all.
Why not?
Because he needs to tell me the truth. I
So
don't.
hold
Why
on,
would you
hold
want
on.
me going out
So
stinking? And
listen,
and I'm
no,
not
I
smelling
ain't, no.
fresh.
You see, I was trying to say it without saying it. What if you have a certain level of see? I can't really talk. I'm trying to get you to understand where I'm
Down.
coming
pH
from without
down.
having to say it now. Snatch us
pH,
down
same
off the
level of
thing.
I
pH
want him
down.
to tell me that.
Okay, but what if you have a certain level of you have a certain level of insecurity that you may not think you have, but he see that.
Oh,
And
see?
he don't want to add to your pain and your suffering by telling you, baby, it didn't smell good today.
Mm.
And you liable to go to
You got
I've seen
porcelain
people,
dying
hold on. I've
laughing.
seen people get told little things that I thought was little. As a result, they might have went off the cliff, but somebody else didn't take it like that and they was able to walk it off. Somebody else didn't take it like that and they fought the person as a result. Man took their life. The next person couldn't deal with it at all, jumped off the cliff. So we expecting all these people to be perfect, but that's the role of learning and growing. You may be strong enough to deal with that, but we talking in general. I'm not you talking about maliciously and vigorously lying. He not no, your discernment gonna tell you what your hubby doing. And at that point it becomes on you.
Yeah, but
So
Just wanted to
wait,
get
we
that
supposed
out
to.
there.
So we both
then
supposed to be funky at the mouth because I like to kiss too after stuff like
But
that.
that's
So we supposed to
lightweight.
be
You
funky.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying a lot of men lie to you to protect you, and people don't be wanting to accept that. And they can do it maliciously too. I'm just trying to give a balance to a certain type of man because some of us is I ain't some people didn't it wasn't right, and they didn't, she ain't
well,
want to go jump off.
I don't think not lying is being perfect. I don't think that makes you perfect.
I get where you coming from.
I
I
just
just
think
try.
that, but I think when you get into a situation like for us, he knew that that was important for me. He knew that if I look bad, I want you to tell me. Because I'm into looks.
But I'm
So
telling you that it's just not gonna happen every single time. It's just
oh,
not
he'll
gonna happen.
trust me. He's told me. I mean, I'm just saying he does.
I got you.
And,
I got
and
you.
if it ain't fresh,
I want.
Okay,
But
look.
ho,
I'm gonna. Can I?
sometimes some men want you to be.
okay,
Sometimes
the
they want you
stink
to
Porcelain.
be stinky.
see. That's why I see. I ain't want to.
No,
See,
no.
see.
No,
That's why I ain't
sometimes
want to.
they
I
ask
They
want
you. They
want
say,
that
"Why do you always?"
Jamaica
They
funk.
ask
That's
you,
what
and
it
I'm like,
is.
"No, I'm gonna always take a shower." I'm like, "No, I'm gonna
listen.
take a shower every time," and they're like, "Well,
No,
no,
those
that's
men
not
are
true."
weird.
They
That's why
want
I
it right
said
No,
out the
all
I'm
that.
gym,
telling
huh?
you, they do. They do. They want it after the gym. I'm like, I have to take a shower. He's like, no,
Oh my
I
No,
just
god.
want to smell.
men
I'm
like
like,
that
Let me
are
no,
get that
weird as
snatch
fuck.
down.
no. I'm telling you.
Yo,
Sometimes
B,
they
I
ask
see
you
what
that,
you
and
No,
I'm
you're
did.
like,
right.
no.
You're right. But
Sometimes they ask you, and I still say no. And I'm gonna always take a
I
shower.
was just speaking to somebody that may not have the level of confidence or what you have. I was just We're not talking about those. I'm just saying sometimes a man do. It's a certain level of respect that comes with certain things. When we different for a reason, you know.
Okay.
But Bi, you know
Can
what's
I ask the
crazy?
question? Hold on. Can I ask the ladies a question? What is the one thing that will allow you to relax and let a man lead? What is
Don't
the
all
one?
talk at once now.
Start off. Should I start this show off?
You just one thing. What is one thing that will allow you to relax around a man and allow him to lead?
Hey,
He
them
has to
Dons
be
over
fine.
there.
He has to have financial
Oh my
stability for me. He
gosh.
has to have financial stability for me. Before I meet a
Oh.
guy, like I need to know
Mhm.
everything because I know guys out here lie. So I know that they publicity stunt a lot. I know they fake and scams and fraud. So I know they lease cars and I own cars. I want to see your
It's
title to
smart to
your
lease
car.
cars, depending on who he
Leasing a
is.
I
car is
want I
not a
want to
bad
see I want to see
thing,
I want to
baby.
see the title to your car because you can lease whatever. I want to see your banking
Most
account.
people
I want to
should
see your
lease
Charles
cars,
Schwab
actually.
account. I want to see deeds to your house. I want to see what your business gross last year. I want to see it all. And it's not because like I'm a gold digger because I don't need anything from you, but I've been robbed before 6 figures in a joint banking account. So I know my financial capability. I just need to see if you had the same thing. That's
Well,
all.
you know it's
No,
smart to lease cars sometimes, though. You know that, right?
No, I mean it could be smart to lease whatever
It's
cars
a
that you want, but
depreciating asset.
sometimes at one point somebody need to own stuff. You need to have
I
assets.
mean, to be honest, in America, you don't really own that. We ain't gonna go
I don't
there.
know.
okay.
No,
But
we don't.
Well, I mean, can I get my answer
pretty
then?
please
Come on.
Okay. My answer about the question was, what would it take for
for
to
you to allow a
for
man to lead.
allow them mentally? His mentality is what um attracts me. Your mentality, and I have to see your mentality through your actions, and it has to be consistent. Consistency through your actions. That's what would allow me to trust you enough to be able to lead me.
Mm. Freedom.
I can't really be honest about my opinion of that. Well, my truth to that
Why
because I know it's
not?
because it's controversial for a lot of women and for a lot of men. But I'll say this, piggybacking off of what Bina said, consistency, and I need to see like what your everyday is like. So if you're past a certain age, I feel that as a man, you need to be able to show some type of stability in your life. Maybe you need to have held down a job for at least 6 years because to me that's stability. I don't care about how much money you
That's cap.
make.
I don't know what type of men y'all dealing with. That's cap.
What's cap? What's cap?
I'm confused. Like, come on. I got monkey
So are
wrench.
you?
I keep a monkey wrench
So
over here.
so
Come on.
so are you saying that if you meet a person, let's say if they're 35, let's say if they're 38, pushing 40, are you saying that it is wrong or it is? I mean, so you don't think that after you pass a certain age that you shouldn't check whether a person has stability in their life? I mean, I guess.
Most men don't financially mature until their late 40s and 50s.
Oh, hold
Okay, so
on.
I
Hold
just
on. You
okay, so
can.
I'm not talking about what he has in his bank account because let's be honest, living in America, I make really good money, but that's not the subject here. But I do understand that if you are single and if you maybe have had children
Money
before
don't
me and
make
you
you a
got
leader. I'm confused.
what
Straight
I
up.
no, I no,
Straight up.
I'm talking about the economic in today's society there I understand that you can meet a person and they cannot have like you know because a lot of
Sugar, you
You
fumbling
listen.
gotta
right now. You
spit it
fumbling.
out.
I'm
Fumbling.
confused now. Come on. Come on, sis.
I'm trying to be careful with my words but
You
Just
got to
say
be
it,
careful.
I,
Go
man.
ahead.
Just
I
say
don't
it.
I don't want to offend anyone but
Well, you
Just
gonna
say it, man. We're not
okay
judging
so for
you.
For women, finances are important. And I'm not saying that a man has to have a lot of money, but when you talk about leadership, there does, I feel as though, a man does need to have some sort of stability, something that you can look at in his everyday life to show you, okay,
His
this is what this
integrity is
man.
his stability, sweetheart. He don't need a dime.
Straight
Hold
jacket.
on,
I
wait,
just
no,
said,
wait,
wait
let
a
them,
minute.
wait.
Wait a, I just said, you guys are listening to respond. You guys are really not listening. I just
You're
said that
not
it's not
saying
about
it.
the I just said that it's not about the money, but let's be honest. In today's economy, how are you out here living on your own, paying your own bills with no financial stability? Like, what are you doing every day to make money if you're not an entrepreneur? That's what I'm saying. So when I meet you, you need to be able to show me that you can at least provide for yourself. What are you doing to take care of yourself as a grown, capable individual? That's what I'm
You know
saying.
what,
I'm not
Freedom?
saying
Okay,
have
no,
Freedom,
you.
that's
no,
our
no, no,
business.
Stack, no, Urban and Stack. Just hold on for a second and let the last two women answer, please, before y'all go there, please. Or let Pick Me answer.
So we were supposed to get offended by that?
Yeah, I mean, yo, oh my God. I gotta say something. Please,
Can
let me
I
get this
answer,
off my
Hold
Stack?
chest.
on, wait, Stack, please. I'm gonna let you rip. Just
Because you guys were trying to attack everything that I say
Nah,
without.
it's not an attack, Freedom. I just want to explain something to you. That's
Hold
all.
We
on.
listening to
Let
you.
So
let
who?
Pick
Pick Me
Me, Pick
go.
Me. Would you like to say something?
Well, I already
Love to
have it
listen.
there. So for me, it was the fact that he provided. He's a provider. He safety. He makes me feel safe and secure, and he gives me emotional support. I mean, I love that, and the honesty is in there as well because I trust him. I trust him with my life. So for me, it was those things. It wasn't about how much money he had because to me those things came with us building. But that's just me.
Okay, Stack.
Do you have a
All right,
brother?
so I want to say this, right? So, Freedom, right? Check this out. I'm gonna give you a personal spill real quick. So, the first portion of my life, I was in the streets. A lot of guys from New York was in that route. Like we didn't have directions, so I was in the streets hustling and whatever, and do whatever. I
Straight
served
up.
time in prison or whatever. And I came home after serving an lengthy time. I discovered myself while I was in there. Well, God found me, and I found my true nature. I found my true passion and purpose, right? And that was servitude. And I knew that I had to serve in some way. Then I found out my passion was kind of intertwined with my purpose. So my passion was helping people, and that was a form of servitude. So after 18 years of working in social services, going to school, getting my degree and all that, I decided after all them years working in these nonprofits, you know what happened? I got experience from each one. And then I said, you know what? I'm going to get my own program. I'm going to do the 501c. I'm going to get an LLC, and I'm going to start like that. And I did it, right? And guess what happened? I started learning how to get RFPs, requested form proposals, and I started learning how to grant write, right? And then I learned the secret that data, this white person told me a long time, this YT person told me a long time early in my career. He said, Greg, listen, white YT people love data.
Yup.
And when he
Yup.
said that to me, right, I said, oh, this is like selling DRUGS, right?
All the
And
time, boy.
so when I started comparing them, I started writing grants and requesting proposals from these funding sources. Like that's in New York. It's a lot of it out here. We're the capital of nonprofits, right? So when I started opening my own program, my program is called Tailor Made for a King. Guess what happened? God blessed me, and now my income, I'm the boss. I don't work for no one. I hire, fire, staff. So guess what? You know, I don't even want to tell you how much I make, right?
It
But
don't matter.
No, don't
it
say
don't.
it.
But
It
I
don't
make a
matter.
lot of money, right? And cause I know how to do grant writing, right? And I know where that money is at. And I know. And guess what? I got politicians that's my friends, and they allocate the money, right? So I got people that's in my district that give me money to put programs out to give to these kids and to give to seniors. So I learned that. And guess what? if a good woman stood by a guy like that and you see potential, you got to see the potential in a guy. You can't just be, yo, what you got? If you see a good character in a guy and you see he's driven and you see he wake up every day and he put his feet on that floor for a purpose and he take care of his children and he's responsible, you got to stick with that dude because God is going to probably bless him and you're going to be blessed as well. Y'all don't do that. Y'all vet in a different
That.
way.
Are you
That's
single?
not true. That's
Okay,
not true
Now,
because
Hold
hold
on,
on,
that's
hold
I
on.
didn't
Can I,
finish.
let me
Let me
Shanell,
answer.
land.
that's not
Let
true.
me
That's
land.
not true,
Hold on.
Stan.
Let me
Ladies,
land.
ladies,
Let me
ladies,
land.
Let him
ladies,
finish.
ladies,
Let me
ladies.
No,
land.
that's
Hold on,
not
Let
hold
me
true.
on, ladies.
land.
Let him finish.
Miss Freedom was
Oh, you ain't
just
done?
saying, and Porcelain was saying, and I know I heard y'all say this, right? You guys said, I gotta check what he got. I gotta see his bank account. I gotta see his retirement plan. Y'all was just saying that.
Did you hear me say that? No, you did
I
not hear
heard
me say
Porcelain
that.
say that.
So you're
Yo,
putting, wait a minute. I said what, and I can repeat what I said. I said that after a certain age, let's say if I meet a 40-year-old man, no, you cannot come to me without a job because if you are a leader, if you are a
Oh, you
provider,
said I know you said that. I know you said
Can I
without
can
a
I
job.
can I
I know
okay,
you
speak?
wait
Can
said
a
I
that.
minute.
defend
And
myself?
My
that's why
bad, my
I
bad, my
said,
bad.
wait a minute. And that's why I said you guys were listening, but you guys were responding, but you guys weren't actually listening to what I
I
was
didn't hear you
saying.
say without a job. I was going basically over what Porcelain was saying.
Can I speak? Can I
Right,
defend
right,
myself?
well,
right,
well, hold
right.
on, hold on, hold on, hold on.
I didn't hear
Because
her mention job
I,
either.
I said from the very
Nobody heard
beginning,
that.
that it wasn't about money, but no, you cannot come to me as a 40-year-old man and not have
You
a
didn't say
job.
that the first time. You
Why
didn't say
not?
that.
Why not?
Hold on. You
Why not?
cannot come to me. You cannot come to me as a 40-year-old man talking about leadership and you lead and
I
being a
could.
provider and you don't have a job because guess what I want to know? What have you been doing for the last 40 years of your
Live,
life? That's
been
what I
live.
want to know.
That's
So
what.
no, and I'm just being honest. I'm not taking care of a man who is not out here actively taking care of himself because I'm not his provider.
So,
Because a man is built to hunt.
Freedom, I got a question for you, Freedom.
Wait a minute, hold on.
Yeah, go ahead, finish. I just saying I got a question for you.
Men are hunters are hunters by nature. So guess what? I don't have to tell a man how to get out here and get it. A man already knows without a woman input. A man should already have a vision before he comes to a woman because men are hunters by nature. So I don't got to tell him how to get out here and get it. The only thing that I got to do is stand beside him as a woman and help motivate him and push him into his dreams. That's it.
Now, Freedom, check this out, right? I hear what you're saying. It sound good, right? Now, now check this out. Let's say you meet a dude, right? And
I'm gonna bring all y'all up in a minute. Give me a minute.
he sound like something like me, man. You know, sound like, you know what I'm saying, from the street, from the calle, from, you know what I'm saying, from a hood, whatever. But you know what I'm saying, he's talking to you. You know what I mean? He's like, yeah, what's going on, such and such. And you ask him that question, and he tells you ask him his job. He doesn't really tell you his job yet. You know what I'm saying? Because he's trying to understand and dig what you're talking about. But you already trying to ask me what my job is to determine what type of respect that you're going to give him.
Did I say that I was
Oh,
going
no,
to
no,
ask him?
I didn't just listen, baby. Just listen.
Listen, let me tell you something. I
Ma'am,
was
ma'am,
married for
ma'am, ma'am,
No,
ma'am.
no, no,
Hello,
no, no, no,
hello.
no, no, no. Time out. No,
Let me
we're not gonna
finish.
do that. We're gonna let him
Let him
finish.
finish.
So, because see, imagine a man just trying to, you know what I'm saying, get to know you as the woman who you are, not, you know what I'm saying, possibly prejudging you by the way you look, by the way you dress, the way you talk. You telling me what your, you know what I'm saying, or the individual with the man's job, what your job is, this and that. But he's actually trying to see the goodness and the type of woman that you are. But on the flip side, you trying to, you know what I'm saying, see what the person possesses in order to, you know what I'm saying, to see if he's eligible to deal with you. So what happens if he doesn't have that, but you may not see his potential and try to help build with him because he has that potential. You know what I mean? Because I can understand, you know what I'm saying, what you're saying, or all of these women, because everybody has their own personal gripes. But let's say me personally, if I was to try to holler at you in the street and you ask me that, you know what I mean, regardless of how you look, I keep it moving. I feel like I beg you to do and keep it moving.
You're
and not even.
misunderstanding
But
what
hold
you're
on, ma'am,
misinterpreting.
ma'am,
Him
ma'am,
finish.
ma'am,
Let
ma'am.
him finish, please.
Parlay for a minute. Hold on. This is therapy right now, right? Just
No,
listen.
it's not, because you
It is,
misinterpret everything that I just
ma'am.
said.
I'm not misinterpreting. Listen. See, when you say things, people hear them a different way. You know what I'm saying? No matter how specific you are. Why? Because we all have personal experiences and we base our life off of, you know what I'm saying, personal experiences. Now, let's say if I'm trying to, you know what I'm saying, stop you in the street, ask you who you are, what your name is, where you come from, who you come from, and this, that, and the third, you're going to keep it moving, not knowing that, you know what I'm saying, I'm a motherfucking software engineer. But I'm not going to tell you that because I want you to know me for me and then what I can do. You dig what I'm saying? Even if I ain't had no ambition for the moment, I could still know something and still build something. Or I could be in a barber shop. I've been a master barber since 1990, but I won't tell you that because why? You want to know what I possess in terms of what I hold. You know what I mean? Rather than like the brother said, my integrity, my character,
No,
my heart, and all
you
that.
misinterpret what
But
I
at the same
said.
thing, but a lot of women want a finished product and they willing to build with a man.
Okay. Do anybody want to know why I
I
even
respond
asked
to
that
that.
question in the first place?
Can I respond to
Okay.
No, 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 no. So
Yeah,
we're
let her
gonna let her
respond. Let her
respond.
respond. Let her respond.
We're
Let her
gonna let her
respond.
respond if he's done speaking.
Yeah, yeah,
that?
go ahead, sugar. Go ahead.
Okay, so Urban,
Talk to me.
I was married for 7.5 years. So guess what I
I'm happy for
understand
you.
as a grown woman, guess what? I would never meet a man off of a street if he approaches me. That would never be the first question that I ask him because I'm smart enough to sit back and pay attention. I don't have to ask you anything. The only thing that I have to do is pay attention. That's it. And guess what? By paying attention and through observation, I'm going to know what your daily lifestyle looks like based off of us communicating and based off of you being consistent. So you mistook what I said. That would never be the first question that I would ever ask a man
I'm not
because
saying the
guess
first
what?
question.
Because guess what? I'm a lawyer, baby. I don't need nothing from a man. I have
That's safe.
already built.
That's
I have
cute. I
already
understand. That's
built.
nice.
Let her
I
finish.
have already built
Let her
my own
finish.
playground.
No,
I didn't.
I'm
I
not
didn't.
just up and up.
I wasn't married for 7.5 years for no reason. I understand men. My daddy taught me the game, and guess what? Let me tell you something. You ain't player if you got a lie, my boy.
We got two lawyers up here now. I thought you said you was a therapist.
Oh, oh, oh,
Okay. All
oh.
right. I don't know what happened. Okay. So
Oh,
I thought she
she
said that she
dropped
was
the
a
mic. Yo,
therapist.
did she say she was a
She did. I
therapist?
did.
Okay. Okay, y'all.
Can
Listen,
I address
Lindas.
that? Because you already just talked, and he addressed me, so I want to address him.
Oh,
Come on,
okay. No,
porcelain.
I just
Come on,
wanted to
porcelain.
clarify. Go
Let's
ahead,
go.
sweetheart. Go ahead.
First of all, Stacks, like I was saying, the reason why I say what I said because my experience come from a broken place of hurt from actually investing in a man, supporting a man. It was my ex-fiance. Him and I was together for a very long time. I was very loyal to him and I supported him. So therefore, before we got married, I didn't wait until we got married. He was my fiance. I felt like we were going to get married. My inheritance had came. So I decided to get a joint banking account together that had six figures in it and he was doing aggressive withdrawals because he had like a trucking company, so when the trucks broke down, that's expensive, 10,000, 30,000 here, there, it can be very costly. Long story short, he did an aggressive wire transfer. He took $150,000 out of my account and wired it to his own account, and he told me, "What's the problem? We're gonna be married anyway." Husband, he believed he was a linguistic scholar. He loved it. He loved etymology. I'm sorry, I'm so tired right now. But he would look up words and say husband means manager, right? So he told me that I had to ask him permission to spend my money, which was our money, right? So this man that I gave entrusted him with a total of $250,000 did aggressive withdrawals, 30 here, 10 here for his trucking company, and then aggressively did a wire transfer for $150,000. When I went to go see an attorney, He said because it was a joint banking account, it was going to be the most expensive lesson I ever learned in my life. And do you know when I told this story to people, it was 3 years ago, a couple of years ago, when I was able to talk about it without crying. I went through therapy, that they said, City Boys is up. That's what y'all get. I had no remorse from even this. Look at the host, he's smiling. I had no remorse or nothing from no one. You know, I went through a lot of transitional, downward spiral, mental debilitating thoughts after someone did that. So for you to sit up here and say women don't invest in men, we are willing to sacrifice our lives to see y'all succeed. And when you say that, it triggered me, because now I say that I require all of these things, because now I gain back what he took from me for sure. And I would always gain back even more. But I need to know that the person that I'm dealing with just don't have businesses that don't produce. Because on paper, he looks affluent. He has assets, houses, real estate, but he wasn't liquid. So I just need to see that you are straight and that you're not coming for me for what I have, because I don't want anything for you, because I believe that we can build together. But he didn't want to
I
build
think women
together.
do invest in men though. So I don't listen, my
All
baby
men
mom's invested in me.
But
She
you
invested in me.
that's not what you said at first. You said none of us
I
on the
well, I was
panel.
just talking. I porcelain. Let me like. I hate that you had to go to that. That's a form of real betrayal and treachery.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I can understand.
I'm sorry you
I
did
can
have to do
understand
that.
where you coming from. I truly can. But there are certain women that do invest in. Yo, you know what? There's a lot of women that invest in men. Let me just rephrase that, because I had a lot of women
Thank you.
invest in me, right? So let me just be truthful. When I came home from prison, my kid's mother, she already had a doctorate degree. She had a brownstone. She had a Range Rover. She had a drop top CLK. So when I came out, I think she just wanted me because I was like a trophy, because I was fit at the time, 6'1", and I think, but she did invest in me. I didn't know how to send an email. I didn't know how to do nothing, right? She built my resume up, but I had little money saved up from when I was in prison. So I was able to get my suits. I knew I was going to put suits on. You know what I'm saying? So when I was able to excel, she was behind me. And there are women that invest in their men. I don't feel that. I was just reacting to homegirl Freedom, what she was saying and what you were saying, but I didn't know the context, and I didn't know the history of when you were speaking from. So I apologize.
No,
All
you
right.
don't have to apologize, but I put a disclaimer out there. Mine came from hurt. Like, I was literally willing to get this man my life. And like I said, like, even to this day, even though I'm married, my husband knows about him. I felt like that was the love of my life, but I can't love somebody that betrayed me. So I'm still like bitter about it, because I'm like, man, it wasn't even about the money. Like, it was about the money because you betrayed me, you stole
Good,
it, but
no
it was
doubt.
more money
No doubt.
coming to us.
No
So
doubt.
it was like more money coming to us. So if I couldn't trust you with that, I can't trust you with more. And it broke me. So I mean, my husband, we talk about this all the time. And I'm not capping, because my my baby Jay, he's like, I support his live. I came on live when somebody thought I was capping and showed the bank receipts. It happened, and they seen it, and they was disgusted. It's no cap. It happened, and it's just like, I would have rather him took the money and said, "Hey, I bought a new 18-wheeler truck or something like that," than to just aggressively steal it and tell me I have to ask permission to use it, because we're about to get married in the first place. I'm gonna be your husband. You got to ask me to spend it. You don't
So
need
you
this
were
money. I
you would
need to.
rather him. So you would rather him lie to you.
What do you mean, lie? What are you talking about?
You said you would rather him tell me I bought an 18-wheeler as to telling you that he aggressively took it, and you gotta be a. I'm the husband. I'm
No,
the
I
man.
know when he did a wire transfer, it alerted me, so I could see what he did. But I said I would have rather him bought another truck. He could have did anything. He could have started another business. But the fact that you aggressively took it without no direction and told me I need to ask you for it,
No,
there
I
was
can
a
get that. No, I
abuse. There was
understand.
abuse of authority. I was saying that he could have been a little bit more clever, a little bit more manipulative. Since he was a narcissist, he could have been like, "Oh, I just bought me another dump
You
truck,
should
or
have
I
just
bought me
been a
another
better
18 wheeler."
investor. That's all. You know
Yeah,
what
he
I'm saying?
could have
On
said
some real shit.
anything. Yeah.
Yo,
And to the
Stack.
people in the comments, my comments are blocked, so I can't respond to y'all because I have time for y'all, but I can't respond to
Listen,
y'all on
listen.
this
Don't even
page.
stress that, Porcelain.
What's up,
But
Urban? You call
Yeah,
me?
I try to tell
yeah,
people
yeah.
to
Yo,
let them
son,
comments.
you was a funny nigga,
I
boy.
like, I
Why
like.
you say that?
I thought she said that's what she
Let
said,
them live
right?
their best life down there.
Hold
What you
on, the
say,
host is
Urban?
talking. The
No, it's
host is
cool. It's
talking.
cool. I'm talking to them. Live y'all best life.
Urban?
Talking to the
Yo,
people in the comments.
no, he was talking
Hurry
to the
up.
people
Get
in the
that
comments.
motherfucker apart.
Yo, because see, the example what I gave was based off what she was talking about, right? You know what I mean? And I thought she said she was a therapist at first, and then now she's talking
Say
some
that
kind.
shit. And then she
That's what she
became a
said.
lawyer.
That was freedom. That was
Right,
freedom. You're
right. That's
getting
what I'm
people
talking about.
mixed
Yeah,
up.
that's
What you
what I'm
talking
Yeah.
about?
yeah,
That's
that's what I'm talking
exactly
about.
who we talking
That's
about.
what we're talking about.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah.
I
Okay.
remember Bina said she was a
Host
lawyer, and then
I'm sorry.
I don't
No, go
say
ahead.
I'm a lawyer. I am a
Nevaeh
lawyer, but
hasn't spoken. Nevaeh hasn't
That's why I
spoken.
was saying I'm lost. I'm over
Host,
here.
I'll
No, it's
drop for
okay.
Lady
okay, go
London.
ahead.
No,
I'll
no,
let
Go
hold
her
ahead.
come
on.
up.
Well, who? Excuse me. Go ahead, sister. Whoever want to drop, go ahead. Otherwise, I'm gonna
Oh
just
no,
move
no,
people
there's
around. If you
somebody
stay, I'm gonna
new.
move
No,
people
the
around.
person next to me,
Right.
she can go. Go ahead.
Come on. Thank you,
Nevaeh
sister.
start
Okay, let
before
me.
Nevaeh
The
starts,
people, I'm sorry. I left all them peoples down there in them comments. I'm sorry. I'm on the wall. Come
I
on,
took,
Nick.
I took care of it.
Oh, thank
before
you. Okay. Because I
before
can't
Ne-
watch.
That shit was funny though, man. I swear to God.
right, before Nevaeh starts
Lady
talking.
London, what's her name?
Your nosy neighbor. You can hear
Oh, your
me?
nosy
Oh, I'm
neighbor.
sorry.
Nevaeh,
Go ahead. Come on,
Nevaeh
sweetie. I'm sorry.
Can
first.
I can I
Nevaeh first, and then you're nosy.
Okay.
Good afternoon,
Then
everybody.
porcelain. Okay, right. I'll bring her back in. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Sorry, host.
I'm
May
sorry.
I answer Miss Cocoa Butter's question
please?
about your question? Just to repeat it back to you to make sure I got it. What is it that you have to see from a man in order to allow him to lead?
Hmm.
I think it's a great question, right? What I would say is my number one thing would be, how does he move? Does he move through the world with respect? How does he treat the people around him? How does he treat his loved ones? The second thing for me would be, how does he handle conflict? And third would be, does he do what he says he's going to do? I understand that it is important when we're looking for men to be men, that providing a provider is absolutely up there on the list, but we can't ignore the qualities that make men that truly. Are you willing to take a man and go move forward with a man just because he told you that he has this, that, and that? But what if those things are gained through contemptible means? What if he's making that money in a way that doesn't align with your values? Then it's moot, and then you could have known that based off of what his values were if you took the second to wait and see who he was. And my father has always told my brothers, because we come from money, my dad worked very hard, to never lead with that. You don't let these girls know what you have, because it will taint it. It will taint it. And sure, it doesn't with all girls, but what I'll say too about the young lady's previous situation, any man who is so concerned with what you got is a completely red flag. And I would have never, and that's, my dad brought us up knowing thing to look at things like that a certain way. So no hate to her at all, a learning curve. Someone said the most expensive lesson she'll ever learn. That would be hard.
She's
Um,
married to that man, so it's different.
wait,
Yeah,
they got married? I
No, the
missed that
first
part. I
one
won't
she
speak
was
on
talking
that.
about did her wrong,
She
and
was
now she's dating
engaged. She was
somebody else.
engaged. He
Nah,
wasn't
she
married.
said she was like, wasn't she?
No,
She
she was
said that
about
was her
to. She was
first husband.
engaged to him.
She's
She was
married
about to marry.
now, but she was engaged to the
To someone
person
else.
who
Oh,
did
okay.
it.
So the person who did her wrong, she was engaged to. Stack, you's a
Mm.
wild boy, Stack.
Lady London, it's on you, Lady London.
Oh no, if you're
So that's what she
nosy,
said.
if you're nosy.
I'm sorry, you nosy. I'm sorry, you nosy. Come on, you nosy.
Okay. How y'all doing?
Doing
Um,
okay.
okay, so because y'all talked about a few things since I've been
That's
in
what
here.
brother said.
But one thing I want to say is, and men, before I start, please don't beat me down until I'm finished. um, you have a lot of men that's broken. Let's start there. And
I heard, I think one of the questions was about finances. Even though it's no excuse, I'm not gonna make an excuse for men, but I tell females all the time, you have a lot of men that's broken, and a lot of men don't want to be fixed. And when I said don't want to be fixed, they don't want to go to counseling, therapy, none of that stuff, right? They'll choose to go from woman to woman, and because that woman will accept them like that. Now, as far as finances, again, it's more men that's not financially stable. You have to meet them where they are. And yes, it's gonna take a strong woman to meet that man where he is. No, I'm not saying someone that just comes in with nothing, and because I've been on both sides. Been with a man that didn't have a job, and guess what? I had money, but I worked with him, I encouraged him, I did all that stuff, right? And he was good for the moment until he had people in his ear. But that's a different story. But what I'm saying is, you have more men that's not financially stable, and it will take a woman to really meet that man where he is, to grow with him. It can be a tricky thing, because yes, it's like you're gambling. You're gambling, wishing, wanting this man, you to ride with this man, and then once he gets to where he needs to be, you're hoping that, okay, this is y'all gonna be together. But at the same time, when that man gets to where he need to be, that man can go a whole different way. So it's a kind of tricky thing. It's a gamble at the end of the day. That's all I gotta say.
Okay,
But that can be
what
said for
can I?
both sides.
What can you tell me what would it take for you to allow a man to lead?
Um, well, okay, for me, I'm a Leo, and I'm a very strong woman.
What's in the house?
And and I will allow a man to lead, but he have to show me and let me know where we're going. I can't just let you lead me and you don't have no direction. You have to show me, you have to let me know you have some kind of direction, first of all. But in most of my relationships, the man wants me to lead. Yeah, they'll finance it on anything I want to do, but they'll step behind me. And that sounds good, but it's frustrating, because guess what? When they want me to lead, yes, I'm a lead. But if I make the wrong decision, guess what? Now I done fucked it up for us, because they want me to lead, because they're so used to me being so strong. They're used to me, business minded, having this going on, having that going on. So yes, a lot of guys that I've dealt with always wanted me to lead, but I will allow a man to lead me, but he have to have some kind of vision.
Okay.
How you became so fortunate to get all these beta men in your life?
I swear to God, I wanted to ask you something.
Stack, wait a
Cause
minute.
like
For real, for
we
real. I
gotta
want to say
let
the
we
same
have to let
shit.
Lady London.
Thank you.
No, but can she answer
Thank
the
We
you,
have to
question?
let
Melanie.
Lady
You said
London
how
has
have
to be able to talk.
wait,
Thank
say it
Can she
again,
you.
I'm
answer the
sorry.
question?
Thank you,
No, no,
Melanie.
no. We have to let Lady London go before we.
Get into
Okay.
all of that. Lady London. Oh, she not there.
She might be in the she might.
There she
Hey,
go. Hey.
how y'all doing?
Doing
Baby,
good.
first thing first, I want to say the girls are here, darling. Do you hear me? The girls is up in here tonight, baby. Time for me listening to Miss Freedom, to Nosy.
Oh
They was
man.
spitting some facts up in this room, and I
Oh
love
God.
to hear it. I love to hear it because it let me know that, you know, every woman ain't lightheaded. And they do recognize some of the things that men are doing out here. And when Porcelain spoke about her fiance financially abusing her and taking advantage of her, you do got a lot of men doing that these days, where they're just looking for a woman to take care of them and help them out and all of this kind of stuff. But I'm 100% with her. I won't build a man. I'm not gonna build you up. I'm not gonna invest my money into you like that. You need to be already established because I'm an already established woman. I ain't looking for nobody to build me. I'm already built. As far as the prompt goes, as far as women being delusional, I do think that the ladies are a little bit more delusional than the men. Reason why I say that is because women kind of have the tendency to romanticize things or make things more than what they are, look at things more than what they are, and they do it with men and other women. Even when ladies, when you out and a woman may see another woman and feel like, oh, she got a problem with me, she looking at me funny, and the whole time that person don't have no issue with that woman. That's just that woman's delusion and her insecurity. But sometimes I do think that the ladies are a little bit more delusional because they see things for more than what they really are. Women are not really logical. A lot of us operate based off of emotions, how we feel. Men operate off logic. I just want to state that a lot of women don't, because that's just how we are, how we were created. Women are emotional. Um, the thing for me, the most delusional thing I see men do is feeling like a woman is obligated to sleep with them just because, or a woman should be laying down with them, giving them her body just because. You know, he wants some. That's the most delusional thing I have ever seen men do with women, is expecting a woman time, energy, and attention and body when he has put in no effort, and then get mad when it don't go his way. That's very delusional to me. But for me, again, I say it's on the ladies a little bit more than the fellas.
Miss London.
No,
Huh?
Miss London. What
Yes.
what since people didn't like the word allow, what would make you comfortable with a man leading you?
For one, I want to say you can't lead me if you can't provide for me. And then two, you have to have a leader mindset. You can't lead me and you talking about you don't want to get a job and you done had a dream for 20 years that ain't went nowhere and we got bills. You can't lead me if you want to sit up and be taken care of and provided for. You want me to go to work every day and take care of the household. A lot of these men, they want a woman to submit, but I always try to tell them, coming from a woman, the best way to get a woman to submit to you is by providing for her, making her feel safe, and showing her as a man that you got it. That you got the brains for it, the mindset for it, that you got the pockets for it. That's the best way to get a woman to submit to you.
The reason why I asked that question was because, I, however it may be, for most people, whatever mixture you need to feel, you need to feel like you trust him, and you need to feel like you safe with him. However you put it together, that's on you personally. But I think those two things are the main components on you allowing a man to lead. And we were originally talking about lying, right? Why do men lie to women, and why do they feel comfortable with it? And I think that the reason why women, some of us, don't want our men to lie to us, because trust, I think on both sides, trust is equally important. But for a woman to feel safe and secure, we need trust.
Just 1 moment. I'm gonna interject. Host, you good? Are you ready to wind it down? Okay, continue.
Um, I was just gonna say, I did name protecting that woman, protecting her, making her feel safe. I did name that. But to me, providing is also important as well. I don't know why people always try to kick that out. Um, as far as men lying to women, um, men lie to women to get what they want. Men are very huge manipulators. Men love to manipulate women. in order to get what they want. Some of them love to break women down. I heard a gentleman up here earlier was saying sometimes men lie to women to protect them. I think they lie because they don't want the backlash or what would have come with telling the truth. Because they know if they tell that woman the truth, it's gonna turn into something else. You know, where it's a whole bunch of fussing, fighting, bickering, and he gonna lose that woman. And some women can't handle
Yeah.
the truth. Some women can't handle the truth because again, women are very emotional. And when I say that, I'm not trying to put women down. That's just the way we were made. We're emotional people, you know. So that would be my response to that.
Yo, Nosy, where you find all these men at?
Okay. You say where I find all these men
Yeah,
at?
yeah, you like I understand you a Leo because I'm a Leo, so I already know where you come from on one type of flex. But
Well,
at
when
the
I
same
meet
time,
them,
when you say they put you in the lead or you take the lead and they cool with that shit, like
yeah,
why these
I do
dudes out?
too.
And matter of fact, 'cause see, I'm gonna just ask you one semi-personal. Where you from?
I'm from New Orleans.
Oh my God, really? You find all these dudes out there?
Hear me out. Well, listen, wait. First of all, let me tell you this. Hold on. Any man, I've always held my own from a teenage all the way up. I've always held my own. So when I meet a man, they know I got me, right? So when I meet a man, most of the time I've met him on jobs, or whatever. It's always most every guy I've ever dealt with, I've met him in a workplace. Is somewhere dealing with work. But anyway, again, they don't have to come in and fix me or nothing like that. I I got my own shit together. And I guess once they see that, it's like, okay, they ready to roll with it.
Are you
Again,
married? Oh my gosh, look at that.
you say, am I married? Am I married now? No. But guess what? I I've been married twice. I've left both of my marriages. Me and all my exes are best
Mhm.
friends. No, hear me out. Hear me out.
Wow.
Me and all my exes are best friends. Best friends. We're better.
Look at
Do
the
they
baby
did they
bot.
want to get back? Yes, they did. But once I'm done, I'm done. That's one thing about a Leo. I
Wait,
will
host
give
is
my
hilarious. I'm sorry not to even
That
cut you
is
off. This
so
little
cute.
baby host is killing me. This is killing me. Tap the screen. This is hilarious, y'all. Tap the screen. My bad. Continue.
um yes. So anyway, back to what you were saying, sir, about them allowing me to lead. Yes, again, when they
Right.
meet me, I already have myself situated already, so I guess they see a strong woman and they will give me and fund it. Each business I had, guess what? They'll put the money for it, but they allow me to lead. That's a good
You,
thing and it's a bad thing
you
because
nosy.
again,
You know what? You know what
mhm,
nosy when you could tell a type of dude by the type of woman he got, right? And so if you see a woman and you like, I bet her man is moving a certain way based on kind of how she speak and how she presents herself. So the reason me and Urban is asking you this, like, because you normally don't find back to back dudes like this, like all the
Back
time.
to
Like,
back to
mhm.
back to back to
yeah, so
back.
it's no so when
I
you
can
talk,
let you
I
talk
don't
to
know.
all my exes.
I
Nah,
don't
you
know.
don't say
I don't
about
know if it's
them.
cause I don't know if it's cause we from northern, like we from New York, and you don't
Hmm.
see that. Like it's more. That's why he asked you where you was from. And
Hmm.
in New Orleans, if all these men came out of New Orleans, it's like hard for us to process that because that's like it's like finding you keep getting lucky, and women don't even get
Stupid
that
game.
probably
Matter of fact,
once or
it's
twice in their
stupid game.
life.
So
What?
let me. Okay, so
Listen, you can
listen.
find plenty of them in a pen.
Yeah, why is that
No,
Where,
hell
happening?
nah.
where you
What?
finding these men
You
at?
bugging.
Plenty of
So
them.
so um what? Uh my my first husband, I did meet. Well, anyway, uh I live in Georgia now, right? But crazy thing about it is The men that I met in Georgia was from New Orleans, and I didn't even know it. Right? So yeah, I don't know. I guess we know how to attract each other. People from New Orleans. I'm not sure, but anyway, yes. I don't know. I guess I have been blessed and lucky to meet a guy like that. I've dealt with a guy from up north in Philly. Um, I've dated younger, older, my age. You know what I'm saying? And uh the one from Philly, yes, he came with something a little different. So yes, I
What was his
did.
difference, if you don't mind me asking?
Huh?
What was his difference?
Uh,
He was a leader.
We don't
well,
know. Let her say it.
his difference was um he came in wanting to do it with me. That was the difference.
Okay. All right.
He wanted to do it with me. So everything that I did, he was right there beside me. The other ones wanted me to be the front runner. That was the difference. And actually, he was the youngest. He was the youngest. And they still can't understand, like, why him? And I had to explain why it was him.
So
Up
you like
north
you
is
Because
like being in that you like being the head?
no, but if I
Yeah,
have to
she a
be, I'm
Leo,
gonna
man.
be.
She a Leo. Yeah, she like that.
If, no,
it's ingrained in her.
if I have to be to get us where we need to be, then yes.
Would
But
y'all go ahead? I'm
Are you
sorry.
an August Leo or
Really?
August 19th.
I
August
could
Ooh,
19th.
the
I
day
could
after my
never.
Would
grandmother.
y'all agree
Could
or
never.
disagree that? I mean, and this is no offense to anybody that's been in a clinko, but would y'all agree or disagree that a woman could probably find a lot of men like that in the penal system?
Really? You think that?
Absolutely.
Hold on, you said the what system?
The P now.
Prison,
Pen,
prison.
the pen.
It's not penal. You said a penis. It's the penal system. You.
You know what I meant. The
Well,
pen. The
these
pen.
guys wasn't.
She
Well,
said the penal system. Oh
I
my
met these
god.
men on
Exactly.
the street. I met these men on the street. I ain't meet these men in no prison.
I didn't say you did, Miss. You know, Z, I didn't say that. I said, would you agree or disagree that you could find plenty of them in the pen?
Oh, probably can. I'm not sure.
Mm.
Because they gonna let you lead paying those tabs.
Well, no, when I say that, I'm saying that there's a lot of men in the pen that are hustlers, real hustlers that go get money, right? They know how to make money. They don't really know how to move it though. And then they'll get with a woman who's a little bit more swifter than them to help them, create things.
Money
So
management.
that's where
Well,
my idea came
Money
from.
or micromanagement.
I've hustled the streets. I've never done any, any, what, but I've hustled. I've been in the streets, right? Um, I don't know. The guys that I've met, yes, I met them on the street.
But why didn't it work out with none of them?
Because it's like I'm a person, and I'm not trying to be cocky. You would never find another me, and I tell them all that.
They
And
all
guess
say
what?
that.
Oh, there
Okay.
you go.
No,
There you
They
go.
all
hear me
say
out.
that. They
No,
all say
hear me
that.
out. I kid you not. I tell them all that, right? I tell them all that, and after the fact, when I'm done, guess what? They be like, "Damn, I should have listened."
So tell
I'm
us
a,
what makes you different. What
I'm gonna
makes you
give you.
different?
First of all, I listen to my man. Okay, any man I've been with, they we could talk about anything. You have to have that kind of relationship with your partner where y'all can talk about anything. Like it's no judgment here, and that has to be there from the beginning. I have more male friends than females.
Mm,
I don't deal with females like that.
mm.
Man,
But
this
the
is right.
sad,
It's all
But
over the place,
yeah,
man.
but you're leading.
but the
You're
sad
leading,
part
and you're
about it
out of
is you get.
balance. You're
But the
leading.
sad, how that's out of balance.
The man
Women,
is
man.
leading.
But the sad part about it is this here. You
Mm.
get judged by females when the females see that you're more cool with men than women. I just don't rock with women
Sound like a
because
typical Leo, man. I know a person just
I
like
don't
you.
rock with
She's a Leo.
women because too many women is always they're gonna envy you for some reason. And
True.
that's my experience, what I've had all my life from females, without even knowing that this person envy me till when something occur. Okay. But again, a man gonna tell you everything you need to know about him. You just gotta listen.
Or ask the right questions.
Yeah, they're gonna tell you. But with women, a lot of women don't want to listen. When that man go to talking, she cut them off. She stopping and no. You gotta let that man listen. You gotta let that man know he got a safe space. A lot of women ain't doing that. And I tell women a lot, not trying to, school them, but I let them know about men. I talk to too many men. I talk to too many men to know this. So yeah.
It's funny that you say that because, me being a Leo as a man, jealousy plays a part of a natural of a natural way of being for some reason. I'm not even trying to get into astrology and all that, but at the same time, like to a degree, you know, it's funny because sometimes when in talking with other people, a person will tell you who they are if you just know how to talk or ask the right questions. You know what I mean? Like I could. I'm a good. I'm a good to great judge of character. I understand who people are, why they are, where they come from, and I treat everybody the same, which is basically, you know what I'm saying, non-judgmental for the most part, and for mainly, you know what I'm saying, with respect and some type of love. You dig?
Miss Cocoa Butter.
When you keep going, you know what I'm saying, throughout life like that, and people show you who they are, you just got to move with the punches. But it still baffles me how you find all these, like what Stat said, all these beta males. I see that shit is crazy to me.
Miss
What's
Cocoa
that?
Butter. Why
Yes, yes, Lady London.
laughing at me?
Because you said you was like, "Oh, I'm glad I'm single." I was
Yes.
like,
They don't even like men, yo.
"Oh my gosh,
Uh, yeah, I'm
that's
glad I'm
funny."
single, baby, because I don't want to deal with it. I ain't got time to try to figure you out, study you about what you want and listen. You baby Miss London trying to have fun.
But
But you
then
gonna
you
get
don't have
that
to deal with
Rolls
it one type of
Royce.
way. I'm not done.
Damn
You
shame,
gonna
bro.
get that Rolls Royce.
Yes, Miss London don't want to deal with no man, honey, and I tell him that. Like I'm like, hey, I'm not trying to be in a relationship with you. I'm not trying to get married. And someone they sit there, well, why? 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 What's
Right.
wrong?
It only makes you more attractive. You know that, right?
I
Not really, but
Men
okay.
ain't trying to get married neither, so I
I
Like,
don't
mean,
know.
like, like
men,
I
men,
don't see
but
how we
men
can
are
figure that
hunters
shit
and they
out.
like to hunt, and cheat is a challenge. So they'll
Man,
keep
them
Nah,
days is
coming.
nah,
over. Them days
nah,
is over,
nah,
bro.
I doubt
nah.
it
Hell
very
no.
having a
seriously.
good
You
time. I
bugging.
love having a
Them
good time.
days is
Come on,
over.
man.
That hunting days is over, my love.
I
You
doubt it very
bugging.
seriously.
We ain't rocking like that no more. Back in the what '90s, men are off that time. I don't know where y'all been.
Yeah,
Right.
it's different. It's definitely different now. Yeah.
We don't like
We
it's
ain't
not
hunting
we don't even
nothing.
like hunting. You know what I'm saying? If something happens to fall in our lap, you know what I'm saying, or some
Yeah,
catch our eye, then we move. Other than
yeah.
that, you know what I'm saying?
Y'all not we. You
We're
know
not
what we
trying we're
hunting? We
trying to
hunting money. We hunting those blue faces. That's what we hunting.
I'm not even listen, I'm not even hunting that. You know what I'm saying? Regardless, that's what we do, but I'm not even hunting that. I'm just trying to keep a peace of mind, man. You dig what I'm saying? Like it's all about to a degree being focused. You're gonna if a person's on a path and somebody happens to, you know what I'm saying, come into their path, then I then so be it. But other than that, nah, man, two tears in the bucket, man. You feel me? Straight
Well,
like
And
It's too
Urban is
stressful,
stack.
man.
Urban is stack. Y'all are
right.
single, right?
By choice, yes.
mm-hmm.
But
Well,
I'm
what's the
not
about?
married, but
Man,
I
man,
got a
man, what's the
friend. I got a
about?
friend, but I'm not married.
Get you Campbell soup? What's the
But no, I'm
but
saying you like men ain't on that type of time or whatever. They ain't trying to hunt nothing down. So neither one of y'all met a woman that was suitable to y'all. That she was talking about relationship and things like that, and it.
It's
I
not
had one.
it's not beneficial for us. It's all stressful right now. So men fell back. Like y'all don't think. Look at society. Ain't nobody rushing to. No man is rushing to the altar. No man is hunting women down because it comes with a lot of problems and disturbing your peace of mind. A lot of men, we just want to go to a basketball game, go fishing, and play some. If dudes playing poker or whatever, dudes they off that time right now.
Shit, I'm about to get me, a 7-cluster computer, man. Shit.
Um, I'm I'm
That's
I'm
right.
I'm glad they on that time because I'm on that time too, honey.
Good. I mean, it's no problems.
And listen, if a
It
female
just
happens to
sounds
catch my
crazy
eye,
to me because
Coco,
y'all
check
like
this out,
y'all open
Coco.
to a relationship
Coco,
but you can't
hold
find
on.
one.
Listen. Say that again.
Sound crazy to me that y'all actually open to a relationship but you can't find one. At the same time, you don't want one
You
because
see,
you
people,
don't want the
people,
headaches.
people, you're
I'm
not gonna
confused.
find what you're looking for if you're looking.
Nah, you're not.
You dig what I'm saying?
God gotta intervene and drop her right in your lap, and she gonna have all the qualities. You gonna have
Right.
all the qualities for
Straight
her,
up.
and that's how it's going. Like she ain't going. She going. Like what men want. Men want a woman to like them for them nowadays. That's not happening. So we fell
True.
back. They don't like us for us. They like us for what we have, and you can see it.
But you
So
know
if
what?
God gonna give us a woman, he's going to make her the right woman, and then we're going to get along because we're going to be evenly yoked, and God going to send her. That's the only way it's happening for us right now.
Can I say
See, when
something?
y'all bring God into it, he said you got to find. You know what the word find means.
I'm not even putting God into it. What I'm doing is, listen, if I can just have a certain decent type of conversation that's on my same intellect level, then I might, cut my eye at you and pay you a little attention. But other than that, it's
Okay,
a lost cause.
men really don't. They say they want women who want them for them, but a lot of times the woman who wants them for them and accepts them, that's the woman they do wrong and they walk over. And
Not really.
the woman who just
Not really. Not at all,
who
ma'am.
just want their money, that be the woman who they wind up
How you
liking
know,
and
Lady
say stuff
London?
like
You experience
because
something like that, Lady London?
I know these men, baby. They don't they say stuff like
You
that,
See,
but
experienced
they
see,
that?
really
these
want.
Have
men.
you ever
I'm
experienced that,
talking
Lady
about
London?
two
Wait, let her
individuals, bro.
finish. Let her finish, guys.
I was
Lying,
gonna
man.
say because it trips me out because we be on these panels and men be kind of coming at women who are single that say that they don't they don't want to be in a relationship, they don't want to be married, but they've had good experiences. And they always ask me, where are those men at? But to come think about it, these men single too. They don't have no woman. Just like that woman ain't got no man who they asking all these questions to. So really, y'all both single.
By
So
choice.
yeah, but yeah, the same thing. A woman can be single by choice, but the men will say, "Oh, that's not true. That's not that." Anybody can be single by choice, whether you're a man or a woman. Some
Okay.
people just don't want to deal with it, but you can't sit up and put down a single woman or try to make it like there's something wrong with her. She a less worthy woman, and you ain't got no woman yourself, and ain't had a woman since 12 last moons. You know, you can't do all that.
Like we're not doing that, Miss Lady. Like,
Oh,
saying?
they
You
are
gotta ask the question.
doing it.
And we're telling you why, why I want to be single, Stack talking about why he's single or whatever what may had you. Like the last person, again, the last person who I wanted, that wanted me in the same way in what everybody wants in their life, she passed away. So I'm out here playing the field like I'm Dave Winfield. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on. What you talking about?
Hey, honey, whatever you doing, because like I said, I'm playing the field too, and more
All
power
right,
to
then
you,
I play the
sweetie.
right field, you play left field. And
Yeah,
then
No,
I
Stack out
mean,
no,
center.
honey,
play your
no,
field,
honey,
boo.
no,
For
honey.
real.
Okay,
Run
no,
your body
sweetie.
count up, man.
I don't. Let me tell you something, baby. I don't run my body count up because I'm not that type. I'm not that type of lady, honey. Okay. Second of all, what I want to say, Miss London gonna play the right and the left and still be untouched, boo. So you clock that team.
Yeah, but you still got to throw to the
I would
cutoff
like
man.
to meet you face to face, man.
I would like
Word.
to meet you face
Oh,
to face too.
okay.
I
Okay,
would
guys.
like to see what you really about, man.
You know
let's
what?
let
I really wouldn't want to see you at all. So
That's
let
cool.
Amira. We have a new person on the panel, Amira.
Hey,
Hey, Amira, how you doing? Michael Amira, Michael Amira. How you
I'm
doing?
I'm good. I was just listening though.
You don't got a comment. You don't gotta say nothing.
I got a question for you.
I guess I would just say people need to be more single anyway. People out here serial dating don't know how to be by themselves. So I would implore people who have been, dating for a long time, be by yourself. It's healing, transformational even.
see you face to face and pass out. Don't know what the hell hit me.
What the hell was that about?
From the mouth of babes, Amira.
All right.
Face to face and pass out. I'm not ugly.
I don't know if you're ugly or not, darling, but I haven't seen you, but I know what you act like. I I know
All
your
you gotta do
spirit,
is go on
dog.
my page. I could cam up for you.
Cause let me tell you something, them up north men, they like Miss London, but I don't do all that aggression.
How would
I mean,
how
that's
would we
cool.
aggressive with you?
That's cool. That's cool, man.
Them up north men be taking me out there.
I got options. I got a
Me
lot of
too.
options, but I prefer to be by myself.
Me too. Miss London got a lot of options too, honey, and they wish I would change my mind, baby.
And that's cool. I'm not even beefing with you. You
I
know,
know that.
I promote that. Where you find your happiness at is where you find it.
Yes, indeed. I'm glad you know it, sweetie.
Shit, I'm trying to find me a
Trust
man.
me, man. I
What?
know it, man. Piece of work, man. But if I met you face to face, we would probably get along.
Well, for one, we would get along because if you saw me, you would be mesmerized, darling, just
I
like the
love your
rest of the
confidence. I love your confidence,
just like the
man.
rest of the others, darling. You would be mesmerized. You would be trying to see how you can get me to change
Oh,
my
you think
mind.
so? You think so, Lady
You would
London?
be trying to see how you can get me to change my mind too, honey. Because trust me, they love Miss London, but Miss London ain't trying to love them. I'm trying to focus on my books and whatever it is that I want to do.
Now, boom, I publish books. You want me to publish your book for you?
I don't need you to publish my book, darling.
I was just offering my services. I got a lot of resources.
I'm
A lot
talking
of
about my
pushback. A lot of pushback. Sound like a lot of pushback.
education.
I want to be so gentle, but she just can't help it, man.
Hold on, but you just said y'all ain't hunting. Sound like
Well, nah, I'm not hurting.
you looking
I'm
like
being friendly. What do you mean? Why do you think I'm hunting? Because I said,
sound like you
what
hunting
gave
to
you the
me.
indication that I was hunting? Because I'm being friendly.
I'm
I'm
just
a
saying.
businessman.
What you
I'm a
saying?
businessman.
What you saying?
I'm just saying. It sound like you hunting to me.
That's
Sound
think
like
you
you
sound like
working
honey.
real hard.
Nah, sweetie. I'm just trying to be cordial. I'm a businessman. She said she write books. I'm into reading and writing and theater. I'm into a lot of different things.
Well, to be honest, I have written a book. I got halfway through and I stopped, but I think I'm gonna go ahead and finish it. I still have it. I got my cover
Okay.
and everything.
All right. So let me give you some advice, right? This is what I learned when I published my first book. Everybody got a book because everybody got a story, right? But however, who's going to go into Barnes and Noble or who's going to go to Amazon and get your book and why? That's the most important thing I learned. If if you write a book, there are millions of authors out here. There's millions of self-published people, but you got to build up attraction and you got to be doing something to build up so people could be like, oh, you might get lucky and be on Oprah and then she'd be on the best-selling book club and then they'll buy your book like that. But you got to have something to make the people want to go get your book because everybody
Quan
got a
Mills,
similar story.
Quan
Huh?
Mills be creating them crazy stories, but he be posting himself. So build the attraction
Build
up
it.
by posting,
You got
build
to
that
build it.
community.
I need something like Donald Goins right now.
Read all of them books, man. You know, I was in jail, so I read everything, man. But
Oh,
when I came out,
Eldorado Red, Black Girl Lost, Kenyatta's Revenge. Come
all of
on.
that, man, all of that, man.
Shit.
Books, True to the Game, all of them books,
Even
man. And
Slim's
then
book.
Play.
Yes.
Porcelain said you the hunter. She said you ain't nothing to play with.
She's just down there talking. She probably see me up here trolling with these pictures and stuff. She just down there messing with me.
He learning the system. He learning the algorithm,
That's
man.
all. Yep. He know. He
You know
know.
what I mean?
She
That's
said,
pretty Tony up there.
I
Pretty
told her,
Tony.
I told him, I said, I don't think he got to try that hard. She said it fall out the
Come
sky in
on,
your lap.
host. You know I know Pretty Tony,
Yeah,
man.
fact. Wow, boy.
And can I ask y'all fellas a question? Why is it that when the women say that they want to be single and they don't want to deal with a man, y'all always try to claim that she likes other women, but y'all don't
I
say
ain't,
the same thing about men who want to be single.
we didn't say you like other women. I didn't say you like other women. I just said you don't like men. I didn't say you like women.
It's been
Who
people
are
up
you
here
to
accusing
assume
me.
that though?
She said it out her own mouth. What are you talking about, Myra?
I said
It's a
that.
mirror, and I'm sure that's not true.
Amira, you gotta see. We've been on this panel with each other for a couple of weeks, so it's a history there. So we know things about each other that you might not know.
Well, only thing I said is that I want to remain single. That I was not trying to be married and get into anything serious. And I want to
And we
focus.
not villainizing you for that. We all for it. Like
Do what you
But
do.
some men have villainized me on this panel.
I was just gonna say, but that's literally not what your actions are showing.
Whose actions you talking about?
Like, I don't know what is it. I don't even know how to say your name.